Alright, looks like we are live. Alright, we should be live. Alright. Yay, internet is working. I haven't had internet since Thursday. It's been rough having to live off my phone. I'm playing a ton of Diablo 2 Resurrected offline mode. Been the worst. First world problems. House is so big I don't get Wi-Fi in the kitchen. First world problems. Hey NGE. Good hustler. Holla holla. How's it going, guys? I'm just glad to be back. I was a little late on this because I've been dicking around with my light camera, but I figured it's DSP. He ain't gonna start on time. Finally got my Ring camera to connect. That's been a bitch all morning. Took like 2 hours. I called support and I figured out why I could not connect to the Ring. And then I figured it out. When my router restarted, we started in 5G only mode, not 5G and 2.4G. Oh, that explains it. That's why I couldn't get it to connect. I was in the wrong gigahertz. Once I got that finally situated, I was able to get connected right away. Almost immediately. Like, oh, I'm an idiot. If you thought about this earlier, dumbass. I just gotta try to get my light bulb to work. Gotta try to figure out what it is. E19, is that a thing? Let's see. Add a smart light. AL, LB, LB200. I don't know what this is. Trying to get everything up and situated and running again, and it's like, oh, there's this video I want to make, there's that video I want to make, I want to do this, I want to do that. KL130. Not blink. Fuck. There we go, now it's playing. Honor technology, ain't it grand? Not the cherries! I love how easy it is to get under DSP's very, very thin skin. cherries? What? That's not allowed on my channel, guys. And sure enough, my light bulb needs 2.4 gigahertz. Hey, look at that. I was a few minutes late and he still hasn't started. Imagine that. Update now. Sure, why not? I'm pretty sure he thinks it's about the cherry juice to stop his gout, guys. He doesn't want to get gout. You don't want him to get gout and die, do you? On the fucking floor. We haven't seen any transparent or hidden Tevin memes yet in any of his new fan art. Alright, it works. Light bulb works. Yay! Light bulb works, camera works, all my Amazon devices. Alexa, what day is it?
Monday, May 29th.
Hey Google, what time is it? Alright. All my various devices are now connected. I don't know why it took me so long to figure that out, though. Terrible. Sorry about that, fangirl. Oh, I'm pretty sure I saved that to my Twitter profile. Where is it? Alright, we're gonna mute him.
I can't be eating cookies. What are you guys crazy? That's like I say, Phil, why don't you just sit around eating M&Ms all day? Because I'm 41, I don't want to die tomorrow. You know, I got diabetes and shit. I can't do that. I don't want to be getting sicknesses. you know, I got diabetes and shit. I can't do that. You know, I got diabetes and shit. I can't. You know, I got diabetes and shit. I can't. You know, I got diabetes and shit. You know, I got diabetes.
There we go. Glad I said to my Twitter page. Woo, how's everybody doing this weekend? Let's see. Saturday I went to Walleye Fest because I had absolutely nothing to do at home. Saturday I stared at a wall until I was late enough to drug myself and fall asleep. This morning I woke up and stayed outside the door until the internet guy got here. I'm kidding, obviously. That's amazing how that works sometimes, Albert. Like, you get, like, oh, you live to be 107. What's your tips to living so long? Pack of smokes and a nice big red juicy steak with a bottle of Guinness every night for dinner. Ah. Then you get, what was it, the jogging guy. He was big back in the 80s. Is jog, everybody, jog. You'll live forever. You'll jog. And then he dropped dead of a heart attack. Like, what the shit? But that does happen. Like, you see that all the time. It's like, oh, hey, this World War II veteran, how'd you live so long? That's a pack of smokes a day, big red juicy steak at night with a bottle of Guinness. Live forever. And you get regular people, and it's like, again, that jogging guy died, dropped dead from a heart attack, and his whole thing was jogging. Ooh, speaking of Dr. Pepper, I'm gonna get me a Dr. Pepper strawberry and cream. Sounds delicious. I earned it. After all the work I did this morning, getting everything reconnected and working again, I think I earned it. Got like a cleaning done. Did my laundry on Friday, so I didn't do laundry. You know what? I'm on vacation. I don't want to do laundry. I did it on Friday. I want to do it this week. Yay! Oh yeah, now there's a good healthy can of strawberries and cream Dr. Pepper. Or the lawyer who made a deal with some old lady that he would get an apartment when she died because it was rent controlled. And I'm gonna get this apartment for no $200 a month in the middle of New York City, ha! And then she outlived him. You know what time it is? It's gin o'clock.
All right. Good morning, everyone. Happy Monday. And for those of you who live in the United States, happy Memorial Day 2023. I am Darkside.
Happy Memorial. It's not Happy Memorial Day. It's
podcast.
Solemn Memorial Day. You don't do.
I forgot something.
Right up there with Happy D-Day, guys.
Hold on.
Like, what the fuck is wrong with you? Happy dead relatives who died in Vietnam or Korean War or World War II.
I hope you're all doing well.
What the fuck is wrong with you?
And I hope that you all are having a good day. If you do live in the United States, today is a national holiday. Although it's kind of weird when we have these national holidays because some people have it off of work and some people still have to work. And it's kind of confusing. If you really work for a bank or a government job, you're off today. Outside of that, everybody else...
I'm off. That's because I'm on vacay.
But welcome. Welcome, and
yes,
welcome.
Happy Pearl Harbor Day. Day that will live in infamy.
Some good stuff going on as we continue on with the full court press to finish up games this week before I head into the big release of Street Fighter 6, the possible playthrough of Diablo 4, and more fun stuff coming up here.
Unless you get a gift to you, you're not playing it. Not a chance in hell.
And so I hope that I find you all in good spirits. First of all, today's Memorial Day in the United States, and for those who don't know, this is the day that we... Something going on behind me.
Jasper.
I guess I missed it. Today's the day when we honor those who have given the ultimate sacrifice and fallen in combat to defend our country. Very oftentimes we forget that it is because of our military and armed forces that we are able to have all the freedoms that we have in this country. Tons of people...
The freedom to go online and beg children for their allowance.
Sad. It's sad that people don't actually realize what it is that makes all of this possible. The fact that I can sit here every day
beg children for money,
broadcast to a worldwide audience, have fun interactions, enjoy gaming, and essentially be who I am is because of the sacrifices of those who protect this country. And I very much appreciate that, and I hope that if you live in the United States, you do too. Please take a moment today in honor of those who we have lost in the course of duty. Okay?
That's why you don't say Happy Memorial Day.
The meaning behind the day. However,
or Happy Pearl Harbor Day, or Merry
very commercialized
D-Day.
world and very commercialized country, of course we find a way to turn it into a way to make money, right? So today is essentially a big commercial day where all the stores have sales. It's
and
also
you guys
a day
give me
when
money.
Everyone gets together with friends and family, drinks a bunch of booze, and cooks out. That's really how Memorial Day is.
You drink the booze, but you don't cook out because you don't go outside.
But also,
one friend texted me this morning.
Other things that I would do around Memorial Day.
I've been up since 5 o'clock in the morning getting this roast ready. You better be over here at 6 for dinner. Like, I'll be there, buddy. Don't worry.
With my family, but then later on, as I became an adult, how I actually used to travel to play competitive Street Fighter. Okay, so some stories today.
Playing people know the ring. Hello.
Right. Outside of that, I'll also talk a little bit about an update on all my games that I'm playing right now and what's happening with all of them because we had some major developments, which I'm happy to report that things are going well.
as we got 2 final days. Well, actually, it's 3 final days to work on games before Street Fighter 6 comes out on Friday. Because Wednesday is my day off, so it's technically 3 streaming days left. So we'll talk about that a bit, all right? And I certainly hope that you're all had a good weekend. And coming into this new week, I know many of you will be hyped and excited. What I'm actually waiting for, something that no one's really talking about right now, is I want to hear the reviews of Street Fighter 6, and notably what I really want to hear is the review of the single-player World Tour mode. And here's what I'm interested in.
Of course you care about the single-player, not the online. You're a fucking idiot.
We know about the World Tour mode and what it is. We know that it's completely separate from the competitive mode, and it's a first-time thing for Street Fighter. It's never done anything like this before. What we don't know about the World Tour mode is essentially how long it is. All right?
Because no one fucking cares about single-player mode. They only care about online, unlike you,
and
jackass.
Because of that, it's kind of like a little confusing, I would even say. Because if this mode, World Tour mode... Okay, let me summarize what it is. You create your own character. This character...
And then you don't play online against good people. You play against
go through a series
the computer
of
and you beat it every time.
Fighting characters in the streets. Okay, and each fight is kind of a little, like a little side challenge. It plays more, I would say, like Final Fight than it does Street Fighter, where it's kind of a 2D side-scrolling beat-em-up. Although you can use Street Fighter moves and the like, seems more like just a button mashing combat. And as you win these fights in the streets, you gain experience and currency. You can use that to level up your character, to buy items and upgrades and healing items for your character as well. And then there's going to be big boss fights against the major characters in the Street Fighter universe, as well as mini bosses. And as you do this, your character levels up, and you can actually equip movesets to your character to change the way that they play. So, for example, if you're fighting Honda and you beat him, you could earn the sumo headbutt, and now you actually have that move on your character for further play of the game. Now, this is an interesting premise. Apparently, there's even a story tied to it and everything. They've never done anything like this in Street Fighter before. So it's fun because not only are you going to get all of that content that you normally get with a Street Fighter game, all these characters, the awesome gameplay mechanics, the training mode, take them online and all that, but you're also going to get a very interesting
fun mashing
mode.
And then
but
crying that it didn't come out.
The question behind all of it.
Well, because you're already in the middle of an action.
And how
of course you're blocking the comment. You're already in the middle of punching.
There's probably people out there who don't give 2 craps about competitive Street Fighter. But if this game actually has an interesting single-player mode that has value, maybe we'll even have more people buying the game. I'll give you an example. My wife is one. My wife has seen the game.
I mean, more people can go online and kick your ass.
Has no desire to play this game competitively. But if the single-player mode is like
DSP
20 or 30 hours long, and
I'm only playing default, guys. This is default mode. This is what they wanted you to play on, assholes.
So it looks like it's kind of a hybrid between like the Yakuza franchise and Final Fight, and that's kind of neat. So that's why I'm kind of waiting for reviews. Like, when will the reviews actually hit this week? If the game comes out Friday, well, see, it's funny because some people say, well, actually it comes out Thursday. Well, no, it doesn't. It comes out midnight Thursday, so it's kind of Thursday into Friday, right? But anyway, I'm very interested to see what the reviewers will say, because this might actually get the game to sell a little more if they say, oh, yeah, by the way, the story mode's like, 20, 30 hours long. It's great.
It's not going to be that long, DSP. What the fuck?
Or they could just say, it's like a 5-hour
play online.
It's not a big deal. You'll mash buttons through it, and you'll be done with
it.
I mean,
you'll mash buttons through it. That's because that's how you play.
Do it. That's kind of an interesting thing. So that's what I'm trying to find out, all right?
No one fucking cares about single player in a fighting game.
Yeah,
fighting games are meant to be played online.
For information, I hope that there will be information soon. I know that these outlets already have the game, and the funny part is when you're reviewing a fighting game, you can't really review it before it's out. It's impossible because a fighting game's meta, meaning the big picture gameplay of competition, will not be discovered for weeks. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's characters in the game no one's even used yet. So until people get their hands on this game and they all start playing it online and whatever, there's absolutely no way you'll even have a balance or know anything about the competitive nature of the game. It doesn't matter if news outlets and game media had this game 2 weeks early. No one's going to know jack, all right? It's going to wait for that. But what they can review is things like the single-player mode. Like, that's actually what I'm more interested in.
Guys, I need to learn these 3 combos so I can cheese online.
I'm playing it starting Friday.
What?
Full coverage of the game.
People know how to beat that because everyone knows there's a cheese.
I want to know about the single-player mode. And, eventually what it is, okay? Billy J says apparently Street Fighter 6's main trophy list is all online based for the Platinum. The single player stuff is tacked on like DLC trophies. I have no idea
Because
what
they
that
don't-
means. I really have no clue.
It means that they don't care about single player. It's only about online, you
Right?
fucking idiot.
Anyway, so once I hear more information about this and the reviews hit, I'll be talking about it here on the show. Obviously, I'm excited to share this information with you. But I don't know. I don't know what's going on with this. Okay. Anyway,
shit.
so
No
I'm excited.
one
You're excited. We're all
cares.
excited for Street Fighter 6. And we'll talk more about that in a bit. But before we get ahead of ourselves, let's talk about the schedule for the rest of the week before we get to Street Fighter 6. Okay? By the way, once again, someone was saying it comes out on, no, it does not come out on Thursday. Even online, there's online people counting it on social media saying it comes out on Friday. Why are you guys saying that Street Fighter 6 comes out on Thursday? I don't know. It's a Friday release. It's Friday, June 2nd. It's been Friday, June 2nd for months. So I don't know why I got multiple people in the chat saying, no, it comes out on Thursday. What are you speaking of? Do you have any evidence of this?
9
What are you speaking of?
9 p.m. Pacific time. Your time,
no
jackass.
If people,
Guys,
if you have
it'll be
evidence,
too
go
late
ahead,
to
present it,
play.
but all I know is what it says online. Okay? Anyway. All right, guys. So, I'm excited. And let's talk about the schedule for the rest of the week so you guys know what's going on. So, first of all, yesterday, we had a full-on catch-up day of gameplay. And what I mean by that is we are in the big push to finish Star Wars Jedi Survivor. And at the same time, we are also pushing to make great progress in Final Fantasy V Pixel Remaster. Both games are great, by the way.
Both games are great, but
And,
the support is bad,
you
so
know, the
step it up,
shortcomings of Jedi
assholes.
Survivor, like the really bad
Say
graphics,
less WWE Champions
aren't
time,
as
dude.
bad when you kind of balance this with other things. And what I mean by that is definitely the world design. The story now is picking up in a humongous way. I like the combat. Now I've got all these better high-level combat abilities. I'm having a great time with it. The problem is the graphics are still choppy as crap, and it really brings the game down. It's a shame, again, that it's an unpolished game. But I am definitely having a great time with the game now that we're heading into the end game, okay? So yesterday was 3 hours of progress. We finished up multiple major story plot lines, had a humongous, unexpected plot twist at the end of yesterday's stream, and we actually ended the stream in the middle of a cliffhanger segment of stuff that blindsided you, like, whoa, I never thought this would be happening in the game, and it's going down, okay?
It's going down. He's yelling,
So,
give me money.
I am excited to jump back into the game tonight, but that's where we are with the game now. And by the way, by people who have already beaten the game, they're saying if as long as I play it tonight for a couple hours and tomorrow, it looks like I will beat it. So we're on pace to finish Star Wars Jedi Survivor this week. And then last night, Final Fantasy VII Pixel Remaster. Wow, did we have a fun and productive stream. I completed not one, not two, but 3 major late game dungeons, including the second legendary dungeon, which I believe was called the Island Shrine. Then we went to the Fork Tower, which is a unique tower in the game where you have to split your party up. One half is all physical, one half is all magic, and you can't use the other because if you do, you instantly die, which is
I
kind
say
of
Mortal Kombat 1. Again,
Oh, excuse me.
it's probably going to have a bigger release.
Ooh.
People know Mortal Kombat.
Sorry for the burps.
Mortal Kombat has
And,
had multiple movies and TV stuff. Like,
Yeah,
they've had
so
stuff out there.
Had a ton of fun with that
Street Fighter
last
had,
night,
what,
and the
a
final thing
movie
we did, which
30
only took
years
about 10,
ago?
15 minutes, we went to the underground tower of Waltz, which originally in the game was one of the earlier towers you went to. But now in this third world, it's sunken under the ocean. You go under there, there's a timed dungeon, and at the end there is Go-Go the Mimic, which I had completely forgotten about how this boss fight goes down. It was really neat to do it. So last night, really fun, really exciting, great progress, chill stream, everything went well. All right? Overall, yesterday, not a bad day at all.
Well,
So
you
thank
asked
all
us to
for a
give
great
me
day
more
of
money.
Progress in the games, okay? Let's talk about today. So today, the main stream here is Zelda Tears of the Kingdom. And this is good because I've been enjoying this game as well. The open world nature of it is neat. Although, admittedly, we've now done about 2
Admittedly, you haven't
streams
given me
with
enough
pretty
money,
much no
assholes.
major story progress. It's more exploration-based. Although I did unlock some new abilities and stuff. Now it's time to start heading northeast on the map.
Yeah,
And
Jean-Claude
what we
Van
do
Damme,
is
that
hit
tells
up
you how
any
old the
shrines that
movie
we run
is.
into along the way.
Jean-Claude Van Damme
and
is still
hopefully
a
get a few
thing.
upgrades.
That
I
movie
already
came
have
out.
one earned. Like I can either do a health or stamina upgrade. But if we do more shrines, maybe we get 2 or maybe 3 upgrades today, which would be great. And continue to get new equipment and everything. And then as we head further northeast, there's 2 major story areas, and it's weird that they put both of them next to each other. I find that odd.
Although, yes, it
that
does
two
have
major
one of the
story areas are
best,
sitting
hardest
right near
lines
each
ever in a
other.
movie.
But I guess we'll do them in
For
order.
me, it was Tuesday.
How
like,
we approach them and how we encounter
for such
them.
a not
But we'll see.
good movie,
Today
that
we
is
may
such
or
a
may not get to a
fucking
story
killer
area,
line.
but I at least want to head in that direction. Okay, I mean, we're almost 30 hours into this playthrough. You gotta hope for major story progress at least every third stream. You know what I mean? With a game like this, where actually I take it back, we're about 22 hours into the playthrough. But with a game like this, where it's just so huge and daunting.
Something he's never heard about his penis.
Thank you, Switch 209 Gaming. I read your message. Okay. But yeah, it could be daunting with the amount of content that's in it. So let's see where it goes today. I'm enjoying the chill vibes of the open world and the exploring. You guys have been helping me with that too, which is really nice.
Holding your hoof because you can't play the game alone.
Today, shall we? Okay. So that's Zelda on the first stream today. And then tonight on the late stream, yes, it's the continuation of Star Wars Jedi Survivor, which I am excited for. As I said,
that's why
we
I
are
mowed
in the
on.
midst of an
I
exciting,
got everything done on Friday, so I had to do it during my
big plot twist
vacation.
area of the game.
Fuck that
and
noise.
without spoiling,
Then I had no internet, so I had nothing else
I'm really
better to
excited
do.
Jump back in and make good progress tonight. Being that it's such an action-packed part, I don't know how long the segment will be, but I can't wait to see where this takes us because it is a completely unexpected turn at this point. Okay. So that's tonight, 6:45 p.m. Pacific time.
And on Sunday,
Tomorrow,
I did drive
Tuesday,
around a little bit looking for
is my
places to go
final
kayaking.
consecutive streaming day of the week, and that means that is going to be the
Some cool
conclusion
places
of
to
Jedi
go,
Survivor.
but-
As long as we stay on pace, I think we will beat it tomorrow on the main stream.
But
And then
there's no
tomorrow
boat
night will be more
launch.
Final Fantasy V Pixel Remaster.
There's
As we
one
continue
place where
on,
like a lot of people
probably
like go
this time going to
kayaking,
the
but it's one of
third
those.
major legendary
You
dungeon.
better hope you don't tip over because there's no
And
launch
continuing on from
area.
there.
It's just try to step into your
I'm
kayak.
off from streaming on Wednesday. Okay, Thursday will be a full day of streaming. First stream will likely be Zelda, and second stream more Final Fantasy. Only exception is if I don't finish Star Wars tomorrow, we can easily make another stream on Thursday, the conclusion stream of Star Wars. So no matter what, I am beating the
How about
game.
you beat it on
The
Wednesday?
question is exactly when, and we don't know
You do
that.
a
until we
stream
actually,
on
get
Wednesday, a
further in.
special
But definitely
Star Wars
will
only
be
stream, and
completed this
then
week, which is great.
enjoy the
Those
rest of your day
playthroughs will
off,
be completed
getting
before
drunk
we get
and
into the new
buying
stuff in
WWE
June.
Champions
All right.
pools.
Yes, Friday begins my full-time coverage of Street Fighter 6. I'll be
It's
playing
not a
Street Fighter 6
deal
all
anymore.
day
The
Friday,
wheel
all day
saga is
Saturday, the
over,
night
don't you
stream on
know?
Sunday, likely chunks
You got the
on
tips
Monday,
you wanted for it.
and we'll see how it is. If the game is great and you guys are enjoying the content, I will continue to cover it in a major way. If we play it for a few days and everyone's trying to get a little tired out, a little burnt out, and we want variety, then we can always bring back other games. So it really depends on how it's received, how I like it, how you like it. The
How
thing
much
is
money
with a
you
game like
give them.
Street Fighter 6, it has a ton of content. Because the game has a large starting roster and every character plays differently, this is a significant amount of investment. Like, each character could take hours just to learn the basics. So, yeah, plus on top of that, it has a single player.
Ken, how's it
So
going?
the question really is, okay. The question really is,
He's so
what
fucking
will
drunk he lost
happen,
his train of thought. He has no idea where he
with
is
the
right
single
now.
player mode, will it be time consuming? Will it be
Drunk
interesting?
at 10
or
o'clock
will
in the
it be
morning. Good
dud?
job,
If it's
DSP.
dud and I'm only playing on multiplayer, I almost feel like I will get burnt out a little bit faster. Even playing the beta. Remember when the beta's waves came out back in the fall? You know, playing the beta was fun, but after playing the beta for like 2-3 days straight, I was getting tired of the game. That's what happens with a fighting game. You can get exhausted if you play too much in a short period of time. So that being
You're
said,
exhausted
let's
'cause you're
see
so
what
fucking
happens
out of
this
shape.
weekend. I'm very excited. Now I have some announcements. All right, number one, we have some new things that'll be here on the streams, notably for the podcast. I have a few new podcast borders that are Street Fighter related that we'll be using to celebrate the launch of Street Fighter 6.
Hyping
and
up
I'll
Street
start
Fighter
using
6,
those as
but
early
guys,
as
I
this
might not
coming
play that much.
Thursday
It's hard to play
celebrate
the game that
the
much,
pending release of
guys.
the game.
It gets
In
exhausting. I
addition,
get so tired playing it.
as you know, every month I have a new setup behind me, and for the month of June, it's going to be heavily Street Fighter centric. I'm not saying the entire setup will be Street Fighter because it won't be. I don't have big pieces of Street Fighter art. However, I have
Such a
some
big Street
interesting
Fighter fan, but
ideas
doesn't have any
of
Street
things
Fighter
that are
art.
Street Fighter
Imagine
related
that.
I will have in my background for the month of June. Okay, pretty neat stuff that I was thinking of, and I actually last night
Pretty
went
neat
into
stuff
my
that
closet,
you don't have.
looking through the stuff that we had gone through last year when I cleaned it out, and I was finding some significantly cool stuff, and I was like, oh, cool, I could put this, I could put this. It was really neat. I was like, oh, okay, this is excellent. So, definitely it'll be neat on Thursday when you guys come back for the new month, and you'll see the new setup. I hope you'll like it. And I'd like to keep that set up for the whole month, being that a major focus of the month will be Street Fighter. So, essentially,
Maybe a
June will be
week.
a Street Fighter
Yeah,
Mania
huge
style
week
event.
for him, guys, and
which
then
is
he'll drop
cool.
the game
If you like
completely
Street
'cause he
Fighter,
gets
you're in
his
the
ass
right
handed to
place.
him.
If you hate Street Fighter, well, admittedly, probably the first week of June is going to drive you crazy because I'm probably going to be playing a ton of it. After that, likely we will go back to more of a balance, between Street Fighter and all the other games that I'm playing, so
How
that
dare
way
you get
I don't
sick.
get known as just the Street Fighter guy, and I don't sadly turn
Supposed to
off
show
people
up
who
and
aren't
do
into
everything
fighting games. I know
all
that
day, every day.
my
DS
audience
parody.
is very much a varied audience, people from all over the world, all walks of life.
Did
who
you ask
like
your
different
audience
games.
to tip
It's
you
not
to
just
make up for
about
the fact
fighting
that you were
games, as
sick?
know. I grew up playing competitive fighting games. It's a major part of who I am as a person and a gamer, but at the same time, it's definitely taken a backseat in the last 10 years. You know, when Street Fighter 4 came out, I covered that game in a huge way. Giant amounts of coverage, right? However, Street Fighter 5 I didn't like. So because of that, I
Because
didn't
you're getting
cover
your
it
ass
that
handed
much.
to
I
you.
covered it at launch, and I went back to it every once in a while, and after about a year and a half, I never played it again because I really detested that game.
Because you get your ass handed to you every time. And it's going to happen this time.
So I know for a fact that the vast majority of people who probably enjoyed watching me play fighting games, you know, over a decade ago, haven't been around. Now, I did for the longest time, for several years, do a weekly late night stream of old school Street
Jack's
Fighter.
Razor.
So I do know that there are some people who still like me watch me play.
And never
the
do
game,
stick the tip
but
fill, exactly.
It's not my mainstream audience. So for this next week coming up, might be very exciting for those who like the stuff, but then I will get back to other games as well for variety purposes, just so you guys know. All right. Now, all that sounds very exciting, doesn't it? I hope so. So, thank you. But there's still a few determining factors that we have to make. Notably, here's the biggest factor, all right? I have to decide, and it's a big
How much you
decision. It
suck
really
at
is.
life.
It's going to be a tough decision. Do I want to keep Zelda into the major game rotation for the month and keep it going and balance that with Street Fighter 6? Or do I want to play Diablo 4? Because if I play Diablo 4...
Unless someone
there's
gives you
just
the
no way I
game,
can
you're not
continue
playing
to
it.
play
We all know
Zelda.
that.
It's too much RPG, too much time-consuming style content. I'm not going to be able to juggle that and Street Fighter. It's not possible. You understand? So
It is possible. You make your
the
schedule.
question is Zelda going on hiatus so that we can play Diablo, right? Or do I just keep playing Zelda for now and then possibly play Diablo later? Jasper, which would you
How
say?
about you never play Diablo?
Zelda or Diablo, Jasper? Jasper, no.
Holla
don't play
holla
on
for
my
the
lap.
dollar Arizona.
Answer me.
Here's some dollar dues. 3
Lay
more
down on my
days
lap.
till Diablo 4 early access.
Jasper.
Can't wait to see Phil
Jasper
jack up
Kitty.
his skill tree. Bring on the Deaditism build.
Lose his tail back. Jasper Kitty.
I'm
You
still
know,
playing.
Whenever you say
Diablo
his
2
name, he wiggles his
Resurrected.
tail around. Jasper Kitty. Zelda or
Well,
Diablo?
don't get me wrong, I'll get Diablo 4
Which would you
eventually.
like more?
But it's not on my list of like, I gotta
I
get
don't
it
think
right
I don't
now.
think he knows. He doesn't know. And the thing is, my audience is definitely split. I know. Every day when I ask you guys this question, some
Because I
people
saw
are like, "No, we
people
really like
playing
the
it, it's
Zelda
like, no,
playthrough. It's
it
been
does
going
look like
well.
a
We're
really
enjoying
good game.
so
It
much.
does.
Open world exploration. We like helping
But
you with the
it's
game,
just
so you understand
like
it.
an upgraded
Better parts are
Diablo
coming. You know,
3
when I
and
get to these new dungeons,
I
and
love
things
Diablo
coming up,
2.
I absolutely am gonna love the game. Keep playing it, right? And then
Like, I love
some
Diablo
people are
2.
like, no, you know, Diablo.
I have put more
gonna
hours
be
into
great.
that game than any other game.
Diablo is the first time, you know, in over a decade that it's a you know, part of this franchise. Now you're an interactive streamer, therefore Diablo would work. Unlike
about
last time
Diablo
when you played
3?
Diablo 3, where you were just playing games offline, and you know, not even direct capture or live streaming. Now you're an interactive live streamer. It would definitely work as a playthrough.
You
You
weren't
should play
live streaming
Diablo.
Diablo 3?
So
How?
there's
I live
differences
streamed
of
Diablo
opinion,
3.
Jasper, and no one can
How
decide
the
what to do.
There's no way. When did
No
Diablo
one
3
can
come
decide.
out?
Even me, I don't know what to do. Look, everyone has a different opinion. Look at this. Some people are saying Diablo will be
Diablo
a game
3
changer.
release date.
Diablo will put butts in seats. And then Jane
Huh.
says, no, Zelda.
2012?
And,
There's no way it's that
a
old.
quite a few people have said Zelda is the one that they want to see me keep playing because they've really enjoyed the playthrough up to now. You know, I'll be honest, out of the games I'm
Yes, he
playing
is
right
referring
now,
to himself in the
actually
third
Zelda is
person.
bringing the most attendance. It's true. When I play Zelda, we're getting the most people on stream for Zelda. So it definitely right now is a crowd pleaser, but I don't know if it would continue to crowd please when other games are
I
coming.
said when I didn't have an internet,
Because
you know what I
here's
did?
my
I played
opinion,
Diablo 2
okay?
offline mode.
This is my
Got
opinion.
my druid
And you guys
through the fucking roof.
can disagree. Let's see what you have to say.
Ravens.
If I continue to play Zelda with Street Fighter, we'll just keep it going. Like I said, Street Fighter will be a major focus for several days, and then we'll tone down Street Fighter and we'll more balance Zelda with it. We'll finish Final Fantasy V Pixel Remaster and go that route, okay? And then we won't have to worry about anything else until later in the month when we got Final Fantasy 16 coming out. Now, it is true that their new Amnesia game is coming out.
Snort
I get the feeling the new
Curl.
Amnesia game no one's going to be talking
It
about.
came out in
It's gonna be
2012. I didn't
completely
realize it was
eclipsed by
that
all these
old.
other higher profile games. It's a shame it got delayed the way it did. I am interested in it, but I don't see how I can even fit it in with all the other stuff I'm going to be doing. I'm just being honest. Maybe we'll save it for later on, maybe in the summer, okay? Plus, keep in mind, there's also a bunch of digital events coming up. On June 8th, there's the Summer Game Fest event. On June 11th, there's the Xbox Starfield event. So already we have major streams that are going to be me reacting to that stuff that's going to take away from gameplay. So how in the holy heck am I going to be fitting in another game? It doesn't make sense, right? So...
Well, it's your schedule. You can do whatever you want.
If I keep playing Zelda, and I keep it in the rotation, we'll keep going, and, you know, we'll see how long it takes, because Zelda's an
between
insanely
the
long game.
Diablo
Everyone says like
2
100
and
plus
Diablo
hours,
3,
right?
you had
So, we'll keep it going.
Path of Exile,
But
which
if I
is
play
a
Diablo and I
great
put Zelda
game.
on hiatus, I'm just going to be honest
If you
with
never
all
played
of
Path
you.
of Exile,
I don't
check it
think
out.
Zelda's
It's
going
kind
to
of
continue.
fun.
I feel like you guys are going to be
It's
like,
made by
once you
Diablo
put it on
fans who got
hiatus,
tired of
don't
waiting for
play
Diablo
it.
to come out.
Seriously, because
Like,
kind
I
of game
kid,
Zelda
but
is,
it's literally...
right?
It
I
was
feel
made
like
by Diablo
if I
fans who
start
got
playing
tired of waiting for
something
Diablo 3 to
different,
come
by
out.
the time we get time to go back to it, because I'm not playing Diablo and Zelda at the same time. That's crazy. That would never work, in my opinion. All right, you got to do one or to do the other. But if
How
I
about
play
instead of doing 3-hour
Diablo,
pre-streams, you play the
I don't
fucking
see
game?
myself eventually going back to Zelda. I know how you guys are. You know, I do. I know how you guys are. That if I'm not playing a game when it's hot, when it's new, basically I might as well not even play it, right? Take a look at other playthroughs where similar things have happened. Like Dying Light 2, where we played 20 hours to get to what was essentially the real game, and then it had to go on hiatus for other big releases.
Played 20 hours.
And by the time
Everyone
those
else played
releases were
5
done,
hours.
About a month and a half, people were like,
get to the same
"You
point."
don't give two shits about Dying Light 2 as if it never existed, right?" So, that's the thing. Like, I am
can't wait to
down
go see Spider-Man.
for whatever.
Only
If you
issue
really
is
like Zelda,
Colossal
you want
Con-
Zelda to
Spider-Man
continue,
happened
you
at the
should
exact
hold
same
off on
time.
Diablo and play Diablo at a later
Like,
date.
are you
like
kidding me?
later in the summer.
Why?
I'm okay with that.
So I'll have to
You
go
think
wait
that
till
I
Sunday.
absolutely should play Diablo 4 this, coming week into next week, and if that's the focus, and you think that I should put Zelda
I'll
on
be
hiatus,
at Colossal Con
I'm
Thursday,
okay with
Friday,
that too.
Saturday, Sunday.
I'm
should
seriously
be
okay with either.
Spider-Man.
I like Zelda
And
right
then
now.
Monday I get to
I'm not
relax.
in love
and
with
then right
Zelda
back to
like a
work
lot
on
of
Tuesday.
people,
Womp
but I do
womp.
like the game a lot, and I'm okay with playing it. I'm enjoying it. But if you really want to see Diablo, I'm okay with that too. So we really need to make a determining decision, and we've got about a week to determine that, right? We do about a week's time until Diablo 4 comes out. And oh man, there's the one thing. Seriously, here's the one thing that's in the back of my
Hey,
mind.
you suck at life?
I played Diablo 3. When I played Diablo 3, yes, the climate was very different. I was a different kind of gamer, type of gamer over a decade ago. That's for sure. I was an on-demand, non-live stream, non-direct capture, non-interactive content creator. Essentially, I would play a game, record it offline, upload to YouTube. That was it, right? And that kind of playthrough worked with certain games and didn't work with others. With a game like Diablo 3, there just wasn't a lot to commentate on. There's a lot of repetitive gameplay and the like. Not much to say. I played through the whole game, but basically a lot of people got bored with it and said the playthrough wasn't that good and didn't get a lot of attention. I remember it technically flopped at the time.
It's definitely a game that's a ton of fun to play, but I don't know about watching.
No one really cared about it.
Because I've watched other
people
people
actually
play.
complained that I
like
continued to play the game, even though I definitely
what was
wanted to
it?
finish it.
I wanted to do a Blessed Hammer build for Paladin. I want to watch what someone else did for it.
Now,
It's like, alright, so that's how you got to do the build. But man, it's not a lot of fun watching
Diablo
someone play
4.
the game.
A lot of people are saying this game is a throwback to the roots of the franchise and got rid of a lot of the things that changed in Diablo 3. And now I am an interactive live streamer. So every day that I play Diablo, we'll be talking, we'll be chilling, we'll be having fun.
Yeah, you can drop in and out
conversations,
of
we'll be
Diablo as much as you want. It's not going to go anywhere.
It's going to be nice and social.
It's not like, oh,
That's
I forgot the story.
very
Where do I go
different
now? It's like,
from the old
no one
vibes that I
fucking
used to
cares.
have in the old style of content. I don't have to fill every moment of dead air with stupid jokes and commentary anymore. We can just enjoy the games for what they are, you see? So it may work better today playing a game like that. I've said this comparison. A game like Hades that I played 2 years ago. If it was old Phil playing Hades, that playthrough would have failed miserably and everyone would have said it was terrible. But with new Phil and the way that I
It was still
interact with
terrible because
streaming,
it was
boy,
you
Hades was
playing.
an amazing playthrough. A lot of people say it was one of my best in years. And I absolutely loved the game. So I kind of compare it to that. Perhaps Diablo 4 absolutely would work. I don't know. But that's what kind of has me kind of iffy about it. I've already played a Diablo game. Didn't work back then. Is it going to be another one of those situations where people are like, well, the game's fun to play, but not necessarily fun to watch you play. It's kind of boring and repetitive. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know what to say. I guess we'll find out. But we need to make this decision. So it's this simple. We have about a week left to decide. Do I keep Zelda in the rotation and keep it going? And
Well, how about you
Zelda
beat
playthrough
Zelda
continues
in a
and balances
week,
with Street Fighter
jackass?
6 and other things during the month of June until Final Fantasy comes out? Or do we put Zelda on hiatus? Do we start with Diablo 4 and then it's Diablo 4 and Street Fighter 6 and then until Final Fantasy comes out, essentially? That's the next new game. So what's the decision? We have to think about this. We have to talk about it. We have to determine it and figure it out. It's not an easy decision because either way, one game's going to get ignored. I am nervous that if we put Zelda on hiatus, Zelda ain't coming back. That people will forget about Zelda, not care about it. Especially here, I hate to say it, I like first-party Nintendo games. I always have. Zelda, Mario, Kirby, Metroid, Donkey Kong. I can keep going on. Pokemon, you know, all their exclusive franchises. I love those games. I love playing them. They just don't get a lot of traction on my channel. There was a time, many, many, many years ago, sometimes they would, but for the last decade, typically when I play Nintendo stuff, it doesn't get a lot of attention. Reason being, there's people out there who are known for covering Nintendo stuff. They literally have been sitting here playing Zelda for a month. You know, I don't. I'm a variety guy.
And they've beaten it multiple times, unlike you. And they've built and created so many amazing contraptions.
20 hours long or longer, right?
Someone showed I guess, tutorial, whatever you want to call it. How to get to the super sword.
At the same time,
that's all the way across the map. Takes hours to get to.
I don't know.
Or he built a multi-stage rocket, launched himself across the map, landed near where he's supposed to go get the sword.
I don't know. This is one of those situations.
DSP can never do that.
I'm good because I know Street Fighter 6 will hopefully give us enough variety and a ton of content so that I have stuff to do.
Hardcore mode sucks. I hate hardcore mode.
I really don't know what else
I've done it before in Diablo and I fucking hate it.
I don't think there's a good
There's always that, oh no, there's a little bit of glitchiness.
I really don't believe that there's a good answer to this. I think either way, it's kind of a win-lose situation. Some people will like the decision and some people won't. For those who are enjoying the Zelda playthrough and coming out to the streams and supporting it, they're going to be very disappointed if it goes on hiatus and almost never comes back, right? At the same time,
and you should probably
absolutely love Diablo and are dying to see me play it in an interactive capacity because they think it's going to work. There's some people out there who don't like Diablo, right? So, I don't know.
Or they just don't like you because you suck at life.
I just don't know. I think we got to figure this out, okay? So, we'll continue to talk about it every day for the next week. But I think it's a big determining factor here will also be the reviews of Diablo when we start finding out about its length, about how it plays or whatever. I wonder how it's going to run on console. It's another concern, isn't it? Because I'm going to be playing Diablo 4 if I play it on the Xbox Series X or the PS5. And we have no idea how a game like that will control or really play on a console.
Oh, that's right. He's going to be playing on console instead of on PC.
So how exactly are they going to make
I've played Diablo 3 on PC.
I don't know.
It's okay. It actually works okay.
Weird to play
Not great,
just
okay.
So, I guess we will have to see. And, does it? It plays really well on console? I hope it plays well on console.
I hate this idiot. Come on, man. Do you want to play the fucking game?
PC, yes, it was that long ago that I was playing games on PC and doing my camera capture technique so I could actually play them on there. So, I don't know. Brianna says, I actually put the demo on PS5. It ran really nice.
Yeah. There's been so many amazing builds in Zelda.
I wonder what version I should even get.
I don't know why I don't even
you gotta wonder, will like Digital Foundry have reviews and stuff?
Like after like Nintendo, Super Nintendo, and Game Boy, I've just never been able to get into a Zelda game.
If this is the case, I literally have no commitment to play it on
One friend, he had Breath of the Wild on Switch, let me borrow it, and I
really don't care.
I played for about maybe 5-6 hours, and I just could not get into it the entire time.
I have no idea which one it would be. So
I'm like, what is it about this? I'm just not liking. I don't know.
Okay. Anyway, so
there's a few series out there like that where it's like, I should love this. This is right up my alley. Like Kingdom Hearts. Kingdom Hearts should be right up my alley.
And Star Wars tomorrow.
Can't get into it at all. I've tried.
Final Fantasy 5.
Never got into
off
it.
On Wednesday, Thursday, either Zelda and Final Fantasy 5, or if we need to, more Star Wars to finish it.
I was like, that looks like a great game, and then you just can't get into it.
Street Fighter 6 Friday and Saturday all day.
What about you guys? You guys have any games like that where it's like, oh, my friends love this game, I try to play and I just can't do it.
Do we want to keep doing full-time Street Fighter 6 or mix it up with variety? If we're going to mix it up with variety, do we want to keep on with Zelda, or do we want to bring in Diablo 4? That's the concern. That's what we're trying to figure out for the short term here. More long term, next month, early on, the first weekend of July, will be my Summer Bash event. I don't know what I'm calling it yet. We have to think of a name for it. But it'll be a fun marathon of gameplay, food.
But you know he's going to need chat to hold his hand the entire time he's playing Diablo 4 if he plays it.
Maybe some booze. We'll see.
It's like,
We'll
I
figure it
love
out.
Final
But it's gonna
Fantasy.
be a fun
I
special
love
event. That's the
Disney.
next big special
Final
event I'm
Fantasy
actually
marries
doing.
Disney.
Also, last night I
Makes a
posted
game?
up the
This would be
thread
amazing.
on the community tab
Nope.
of DSP
Just
Reacts.
cannot get
For
into
those
it.
who are members over there, please post up your clips for next week's React show.
So fucking
And
annoying.
keep in mind that the React show will be next Sunday, not Saturday like usual, but next Sunday to account for the release of Street Fighter 6. Okay? I think I've covered almost all the bases at this point. Obviously, guys, if you like the content, please support it. Thank you very much to those who do. Yesterday was a pretty slow day on that first stream, man. That Star Wars stream, I don't blame you. The Star Wars game, you know, in all reality, should have played it a lot more last month, but I couldn't because the game ran like shit. So I held off for almost a week, and by the time I jumped back in, most other content creators had dropped the game, and not a lot of people have really given Star Wars a shake because the game runs like crap. I get it. So I am trying to finish it, but it's unfortunate because I had a really slow stream yesterday. Well, hopefully, you know, things will be a little better today. Maybe with Zelda and everything, get a little bit more support on the stream would be great. We'll see what happens with the Zelda stream today. But all the ways you can support the stream: liking the stream for engagement, obviously interacting with me in the chat, leaving a super chat or a super sticker, perhaps a membership or renewing a membership that's expired, or maybe you'd like to give some memberships to the community here because we're going to have a lot more people this week and heading into Street Fighter 6. There's going to be a lot more attention on the channel. Great time to maybe help out the community with some gifted memberships.
Get the memberships,
In
guys.
addition,
Help!
Tips are great. Tips are a great way to support the channel. I have tip rewards in effect for incrementally, you know, 50, 100, 150 bucks. So thanks in advance to anyone who supports this channel in any
Course,
way.
you gotta have that
is
React
how I make my living.
act
I don't have
content,
any
dude.
sponsorships, no partnerships, not getting paid behind the scenes to show a game or a
Cherries.
product.
Let's
It's
see
all
them
about
cherries
me,
in
the
chat.
interactivity
Cherry,
I have with you guys
chat
throughout the
cherries.
stream,
There
and
we
you guys
go.
supporting me via crowdfunding. So thank you in advance to anyone who supports my streams today. All right. So what I'd like to do
Easily
is talk a little
amused.
bit about Memorial Day. All right, but before we do, there's
Oh god, how are you
one
gonna fuck this up? How are you
story.
gonna insult veterans in active duty and their families? Let's find out.
Only one story I wanted to talk about today, and that story is that there's going to be a big sale, supposedly, from Sony. They're calling it Days of Play 2023, which is, I guess, their summer sale event. Starts off on June 2nd, so this Friday. And essentially, if you have a subscription-based plan for a Sony console, yes, this includes PS Plus, and this includes all tier levels of PS Plus. The standard, the extra, and the premium/deluxe. They're all going to be 25% off if you buy the annual plan. So if you were looking to renew your PS Plus membership, this is a great way to save some money on it. It usually does not go on sale, but it will be on sale starting this Friday for like a summer sale event. And apparently they will have other kinds of like digital deals as well for digital games. So give that a look. I just wanted to give
Oh,
you
you
guys
hate
a heads up.
PlayStation, so
I
what do
think
you
it lasts
care?
about
And you
a
don't have
week.
PlayStation Plus.
Yeah, it's like a week sale or something like that.
You won't buy PlayStation
You might
Plus
be
for your
interested if you
business,
wanna,
an actual
save
business
some money.
expense.
Okay.
What do you care?
Just tossing that out there. Outside of that, there's really, again, nothing much at all going on in the realm of gaming. Why? Because guess what? There's newer games about to hit, and all those game events are about to happen. So all that stuff is being saved. You know, once we get reviews coming out for Street Fighter, for Diablo, I'm sure I'll be talking all about that more. But for now, pretty relaxed. What I'd like to do is a little segment about Memorial Day. Now, in the United States, Memorial Day means something different for everyone. As I already explained, the origins of the event are that we're supposed to take some time out to honor those who have passed away in the line of duty, those who were in the armed forces and, you know, were defending our country and sadly lost their lives. And it's an honorable thing. I absolutely
Don't
support
forget, guys,
and respect
happy
the
D-Day.
military. And I want to say thank you to anyone out
Merry
there who watches
Pearl
my
Harbor
content
Day.
and maybe has served in the United States
Like the
military. That's
fuck.
very honorable of you. And understand that there are people who don't just live with blinders on and go on their merry way ignoring everything around them. There are people who are very cognizant of what happens in this country and know the reason that we can do what we do is because of you. So thank you so very much to those who have served. Very much appreciated. Okay? So that being said, how do Americans celebrate? Well, typically on this day, you'd get together
Cookouts
with
with family and
and
friends. Unlike you, DSP,
and
because
would
you
do
have
things
none.
like cookouts, you know, drinking, partying. Yes, I know that sounds silly, but
JDX
usually it's
with
an
the
outdoorsy
nuggets.
style activity. You usually wouldn't
Nuggets.
just sit indoors. You go outdoors and do something
Yeah,
outside.
Fluffy's back. Got my
Over
internet
the years,
back.
yes, I have done things for Memorial Day with my family.
Like
When
on
I was
Sunday, I
younger,
wanted to do
I used to go over my
the
godparents'
Woolong
house
marathon.
sometimes, and
Today
we'd
I
have, like,
wanted
a
to
big
do
cookout
this. Tuesday I want to
there.
do. I hadn't beaten it
You know,
yet. More
chicken,
Woolong to
hot
finally get it
dogs,
beat.
burgers, steaks, stuff like that. Was
So now it'll
good
probably
sides
be
and stuff.
Tuesday Woolong.
They had a nice
Wednesday if I haven't
outdoor
beaten
pool,
it,
so we'd
more
jump in their pool
Woolong.
and play there.
Then Thursday,
Sometimes
Friday, Saturday
we
will
would actually
be
do an outdoor wiffle ball game.
Clausicons.
where
Sunday will be going to see
my
Spider-Man.
dad or my godfather would pitch, and all the kids would get up to bat, and they had a ginormous backyard, humongous backyard, and so you could play it and wail on that ball and send it flying into the
Oh,
to
you
the
couldn't
backyard.
wail on it and
was
send
very
it flying
fun,
because, you know,
back in
noodle
the day
arms.
when I used to do that stuff. As I grew up, didn't do that much stuff much anymore. Why? I've told you guys this.
Because you're no
some
friends
odd
with
reason,
family.
There was a time period, and I can't even remember exactly when it was. I want to say it was like when I was a teenager. All my family started to have this big falling out. And I actually don't even know what the cause of it was because I wasn't involved. You know, I'm a teenager. I have my own life going on. I'm focusing on school, and I'm working with my friends, and I'm playing competitive Street Fighter at this point. So I don't really care too much about family drama. But apparently my family had this huge falling out and stopped really caring about each other and stopped attending events and stuff. It was kind of messed up, actually, because I went from having what I would consider a big family to basically, oh, no one talks to each other anymore. Really? What the hell happened? I really don't know. Because, again, I wasn't involved.
Did you blame it on your aunt getting
so,
you gout?
It all just kind of ended. And I remember that then, for Memorial Day, I'd basically just kind of stay home with my family.
I
My
saw
dad
that
would cook
fourth
out. We had some
place,
food
first American
on his,
style for
charcoal
the
grill he used to
tournament.
have. So it was always good. Charcoal grills are good because you always get that little
I'm a little
char
sad the
flavor
drill
that you
finished
don't really
third.
get on other grills.
I wanna-
But man, that was good when you used to like.
If I had my choice, it would have been the drill
ribs
first,
and,
Flim
pork
second.
ribs, and my mom would like marinate
Seagal
and season
third,
them,
me
and
fourth.
Put them on there. Oh my god, pork ribs are super duper good on a grill.
I
You
don't know
other
what it is
things
about
like
that drill. The drill
for
just
the-
makes
for
me
the
laugh
holiday.
every time.
But then, as I got older,
Mwah.
and I
There,
got
happy
more
JDX.
heavily into competitive Street Fighter, the Memorial Day weekend changed for me. Because traditionally back in the day,
My
Memorial
friend's doing
Day
a
weekend
roast.
ended up being the weekend that
He
they
texted
would
me,
hold
like I said, he
a
texted me at
major
6 o'clock this
Street
morning.
Fighter tournament
Better be
in the
coming over
United
for dinner
States
about 6
called
o'clock, asshole.
ECC, which stood
I'll be
for
there.
East Coast
What do you need me to bring?
Championships.
I bet
This
Jugs and
tournament
get
would
potato
traditionally
salad.
be held
Gotcha.
annually, Memorial Day weekend in Dunellen, New Jersey, at a video arcade called 8 on the Break. This was so long ago. This
Hey,
was
my relatives don't talk to me
before
anymore.
the
Well, have you
era
tried
of
talking to
playing
them?
video games
No,
on
they're all
console
assholes. They won't give me
for
money.
competition. This was arcade cabinet Street Fighter. And because this arcade was a large one, they were able to ship in cabinets from all over the place. You know, games such as Super Street Fighter 2 Turbo, Marvel vs. Capcom 2, Capcom vs. SNK 2, Street Fighter 3 Third Strike. Those were the 4 staple Street Fighter games. But then other games such as the Tekken series, eventually more console-centric games like the Dead or Alive series, stuff like that. The only thing we never really had there was Mortal Kombat, because at that era, Mortal Kombat had basically fallen out from the situation where it was competitive. Mortal Kombat 4 was essentially the last arcade-based Mortal Kombat, and when it went all console, it stopped being in competitive circles, all right? But Street Fighter continued, Tekken continued, and it was pretty
Tekken,
funny,
the one that
okay?
you won the mall trophy at?
It was
Oh,
pretty
now he's
funny.
getting
Obviously,
Lin
it was
Manuel
pretty fun
banned.
at that time. So I started traveling around the late 1990s and early 2000s every single year annually to Dunellen, New Jersey, and I would actually carpool with a bunch of my friends and fellow, Street Fighter competitive players. We would all jump into a car together, and we would drive down. Some years it would be in a car. Some years we went with
I
my friend
celebrated
Scott
by waiting
Ovanisian, who
for
I've talked
Cable
about
Guy to get
many times
here.
over the years here in my content. That he was
Watch
kind of
him
one of
do
the
all the
big
work.
organizing guys
Got everything
in
working again.
Connecticut, where I used to
Yay.
live. He would be like, "Hey, we're going to a tournament. I got
Made
a
a bunch of
van. And we're
videos
going to
after,
drive
got
there
my
together." And he
new
would have
doorbell going, got
setups
my
in the
light
van
going,
of like
make
TVs
sure everything
and
was
games
connected,
and consoles. So he
yay.
could play Street Fighter on the way to the tournament in his van, which was unheard of back
All
then.
the sus.
There was no portable gaming like that back then. And he was one of the people who would actually
You
set
mean the
this up.
Game
And then
Boy?
he'd be sitting outside of the arcade, parked on the street, open up the back of his van, and there'd be multiple freaking TVs and setups with joysticks and everything set up to play right in the back of the van, which is amazing. You could find pictures and stuff like this. This was unheard of back in the day.
And then he
So
literally
yeah,
went to
so
the
it
back
was
of the
fun.
van, huh?
Yeah, we
DSP?
carpool. We'd actually share a hotel room together. And I've already told these stories over the years of various different funny things and antics that happened on our trips.
By the
But this
time
was
everyone left,
essentially
you
my
locked out of the
introduction
hotel room
to
because they didn't want to deal
competitive
with your
Street
smell because
Fighter.
you
It was
refused
the
to
East Coast
shower.
Championships tournament series every year, annually, Memorial Day weekend.
Terrible.
That we would be playing these games competitively and get into the whole tournament mode. I actually remember it was one of the earlier years of Marvel vs. Capcom 2 being out that so many people showed up. Now, here's the thing. Today, easily these tournaments bring in hundreds to thousands of attendees, correct? Back then, it was more grassroots. And since you were all in one small arcade, on average, a tournament would get maybe between 100, 200 entries. Sometimes you push 300. But if you had that many, you were really pushing it for time constraints. Because keep in mind, the whole tournament's being run on maybe 3-4 cabinets. That's it. So 3-4 setups. Keep in mind also, back then, because everything was played on a cabinet, there's potential that things would constantly break and have issues. It's not like you're playing on your own joystick. You're plugging in and out of a console. Everyone's using the same controls. When everyone's using the same controls, they break down. And this would happen all the time, right in the middle of a tournament. Oh, joystick breaks, buttons break, and now you got to swap them out, and you got to do all this maintenance.
You were too busy slamming on them,
competition.
How about you don't get mad and slam on the controls? You won't break them.
One time, I can't exactly remember the entire situation, but I believe it was guys from this area of the country, Seattle, had gone to East Coast Championships. I think it was Rotron and his crew from Seattle came out to face the players from the East Coast, including Justin Wong and Ricky Ortiz and them. And I remember the tournament ran, I'm not kidding, over 24 hours without a break. It kept going. It just kept fucking going.
Unlike
we had to keep playing overnight in order to keep the tournament running, or else we would have ran behind and never been able to finish it. So imagine getting no sleep, and for 24 hours you're in an arcade and people are playing nonstop and you're running matches and whatever. And I was there and I watched the whole dang thing unfold. It was pretty epic. I remember the finals. I believe it was Rotron versus Ricky Ortiz. It was a crazy match. I think Ricky won in the end, but it was like super duper close. And I remember at one point Sanford was involved too, but I don't remember if Sanford was actually in the finals or not. I can't remember exactly. But it was one of the most epic tournaments that I ever seen, back in the day. And this is cool because basically it would run Friday, Saturday, Sunday. And then when the tournament ended, usually around mid-afternoon to late afternoon on Sunday, everyone would travel home Sunday night and a Monday. So you would still be able to have a Monday with your family or friends.
I say Panda got cute after she left DSP.
Day. So even though you played video games all weekend long, you got your tournament fix, and the results at that point would be posted on like shoryuken.com. Oh, here's the big winners or whatever. So you'd be getting some clout. You get to come home and you get to relax.
I say, guys, Mary F.
Really
Kill.
Feel like when you got into
Panda,
Fighter, like
Cat,
one aspect of
Jenna.
your life. But then on
I mean,
the
for
other
me,
hand, you
kill
have
Jenna,
real life
Mary
stuff
Panda,
going on
F.
the other
Cat.
side of the spectrum.
Cat
That
before
was
DSP.
different. That was separate.
Like back
who
when
the
she was
hell cared
super
in
mad.
Real life that you went to a Street Fighter tournament that weekend and did well or sucked. Who gives a shit, right? You get together with your family, your friends, and you're just gonna have your usual food or whatever, and just enjoy the holiday. They don't care about how many times you did it.
Modern
fight
Panda.
with cable. They don't care about your touch of death combos with DJ. You know what I mean? It's just they don't give a shit. They don't even know what you're talking about, right? So
Is that a burp?
that was pretty crazy time. And that ran, I would say, all the way to late 90s through like the whole first half of the 2000s. I think it was actually, I want to say, probably around 2004, 2005. So we're talking maybe 5-6 straight years that every year I would go to ECC. Then I actually ran ECC one year because the person who always used to run it, his name was Fee Long. He basically wanted to retire or at least take a year off from doing it. So he did, and I ran it along with Josh Wigfall from New York City. We shared the responsibilities, kind of split them right down the middle. And we ran ECC.
Is that when you got in trouble for using your discount to get all those
PlayStations? No, with the
PlayStations?
arcade cabinets, everything's got to go console. So everything was on like PS2 or, whatever the hot console was at the time, because it was before the era of Xbox 360 and PS3.
I would not want to get my dick anywhere near
it was
Jenna.
great running
I'm
it. It was
sorry, but
actually
that's
quite
got to
fun.
be riddled with STDs.
Had a lot of fun doing it.
No,
Although
there's
after
not
that,
enough condoms
basically,
in the world to get me to stick
he
my
wanted
dick
to
in
come
that.
back and run it again. I was like, go ahead. I like doing it for the year, but hey, you ran it for all those years. You got your year off. Go on back and keep doing it. Eventually, it retired. Why? Well, a couple things. Number one, the guy who runs a on the break tournament or arcade, essentially, he still has the arcade, I believe, but basically, competitive fighting games ended in arcades. They just don't exist anymore. You can't really go to a video arcade and find competitive fighting games anymore. Fighting games went all console. So essentially, we lost the reason to run it at the arcade. Why are you going to run a major tournament at an arcade when the games aren't played in the arcades anymore, right? It wouldn't even make any sense to do that. So what ended up happening was other tournaments started popping up and sprouting up that were all run at like a ballroom at a hotel or a convention center or, university campus that has like computer rooms and stuff. that's where these tournaments started popping up, and they kind of took over for ECC. So over the years, ECC just kind of got faded out, and other tournaments kind of took over for it. Although there really is, to my knowledge, no major tournament on Memorial Day weekend anymore. Like, that weekend always had been reserved for ECC. And when ECC retired in the late
Pretty sure Memorial Day weekend was not
2000s or
reserved
early
for a
2010s, but I
fighting
think it was late
tournament.
2000s. So when it retired, that was it. Like, no one else said, hey, we're going to take over. It was more like, all these other tournaments already exist. It's good enough. So it's kind of funny. ECC was a really interesting part of my life. Those early, those teen years into my early 20s, when I was heavily into competitive Street Fighter, it was always a yearly annual tradition. That Memorial Day weekend, you're gearing up with friends, you're getting into a car or a van or a truck, and you're, driving away, and you're heading over to Dunellen, New Jersey to play competitive Street Fighter and have a good time with your buds and to see, to face mano a mano who's the best. Back then, there was no online play in these fighting games. You had to play in person, and this was the way to prove who was the best, and people from all different regions and walks of life would come. It was great because we had people from Texas, Chicago, California. The only thing we never really had were Japanese players. The Japanese never really...
Oh, no, not the
East Coast of United
Japanese.
States, mostly because the travel, right? If you're going to come from Japan, you're going to go to California tournament or whatever. Why? Because that's right there on the West Coast. When you touch down, it's not a big deal. They didn't want to fly across the entire country to come to ECC. It's, it's like double the travel. So,
I mean, it's still
that
a
never
lot
happened.
further
But
to
outside
travel.
of
But
that,
how long
we
of
even
a
had
trip is
Canadians
it?
one year, I remember. Canadian team came down to play. Which was
15
really neat.
hours
That
one
big
way.
variety of
Holy
players
shit.
Or whatever. So,
From LA to Tokyo is 15 hours.
pretty cool. But anyway, yeah, I mean, that was essentially what I used to do on Memorial Day. And then what happened is once I basically quit competitive Street
Oh,
Fighter.
no, that is connecting.
Memorial Day just
Where's-
kind of became
where's
another day
Nonstop?
for me. Now that I'm a YouTuber, it really
Show me
is just
Nonstop,
another streaming
assholes.
day. I don't do anything too special. I said to my wife, why don't we have hot dogs today? But
An
she
hour
was
and a half
looking
in
for hot
Seattle.
dogs. We're just
Not
gonna have
bad.
leftovers today.
For $1,300?
Well, it is
Not
what
the
it
worst.
is, no big deal.
So when I do it, but
But that's what
Here we go,
happens in life
nonstop.
is you get different phases of your life that are different. When I was
11
younger,
hours and
it was the
45
family
minutes
day where I
nonstop
cooked
flight
out, played
from LA
games,
to Tokyo.
softball or wiffle ball, had fun with the family. Then that phased out. Then it became a major part of my Street Fighter career for many, many years there, ECC. And then that kind of phased out, and then it really never got picked up to be something else. So, but I'm sure everyone out there has a different story about Memorial Day and how they celebrate it and what they do for it.
Friends and family.
Maybe I'll ask you guys in a little bit for your stories, all right?
Usually.
But anyway, I hope you enjoyed mine. Thanks for listening. All right, guys, that's really all I got for the show today. Let's get to shout-outs. We'll do some shout-outs here first, and then we'll talk a little bit about your stuff, what's going on. We'll open it up to Q&A or whatever. Sound good?
How about you play the fucking game so you get the games done out of the way so you don't have to juggle 12 games at once?
So, shout out to Gray Fox RJ, who
That's
gave us
hilarious,
membership for
Greg.
9 months.
But it makes
He said,
sense, yeah, if you're flying.
Got it, but what are the implications?
West to
I have
east.
no idea what you're talking about. Gray Fox, if you'd like to elaborate on what you're talking about, please do. Tag me in the chat, but I have no clue what you're referencing. Hello, Juan Da Ortega. I think it's supposed to be Juan David Ortega. How you doing? Dan Man says, I'm here and ready for a chill stream today. I'm glad to hear that. Okay, so moving on. We have a few tips to shout out here. Okay. Mr. Jizzlefish says, any way to see how long I've been a member? There should be... I don't remember where the membership area is for those who are members of a channel. Your crown will indicate, how long consecutively you've been a member, because it changes depending on how long you've been consecutively a member. 1 month is bronze, 2 months is silver, 3 months is gold, up to 6 months is the gold encrusted with rubies and emeralds, and then 6 months to a year. So when you hit the year, you get the regal crown. But I don't exactly know how long how long your streak is. Yeah. Anyway, happy Memorial Day to you, Drinksy Man. Nice name. Okay.
Don't make fun of my drinking,
Oh, get
guys.
it? Drinksy Man, like drink semen. You disgusting freak. You're a disgusting
President
person.
ban him.
How
Oh,
dare
wait,
you
it wasn't
say
a
that?
boob joke. It was a
Anyway.
dick joke, so he doesn't care.
So we have a couple tips to shout out here. Okay? Let's do it. First tip came out overnight, and it's someone upset again. Why? I talked about this on yesterday's stream, okay? And I'll talk about it again, but it's going to be brief. Here's what I'm just going to read. You ready? So yesterday, I said there was someone who submitted a video for DSP Reacts, for DSP versus the Internet. I watched the video. I didn't like it. I moved on. This person became incensed and upset with me. Sent me a really nasty email about how I'm a bad person, and this is why all my haters have ammo for me, because I'm a bad person because of the way that I reacted to the video. Now, I responded to this yesterday, right? And I said on this show, guys, I don't know what this person's even talking about. If you submit a clip for
let's
DSP
try
Detroit,
Detroit.
I'm going to give you my honest reaction to the clip. I'm not going to lie and kiss your butt and say every clip is good. That's kind of the point of the show, isn't it? You submit a clip, I watch it, and I tell you what I think about it. There's going to be some clips that either I don't get or I just don't like, and I move on.
Really?
In addition, a lot of the times I'm watching a clip and the chat just says it's boring or whatever, move on. And so I do. In this case, I particularly remember the clip.
What the hell is YYZ?
It was like some kind of a RPG, it looked like. But it looked like one of those ones that's on PC, so it looks like an old school RPG with more modernized graphics, HD graphics. It didn't look too interesting. It kind of looked like a top-down JRPG, and it had some music playing. And I was like, I don't get this.
15
I don't know what
hours?
it's supposed to be. Is it an ad for the game or whatever?
Don't get me wrong, it's $2,000, but...
I went to the next video. No one in chat understood it either, and everyone was like, boring, just move on, so I did. This particular person is so upset with me, okay?
But apparently that's
They sent another tip with another message this morning. I'm going to read it. You missed my point. My friend made that music video. It was excellent. If only you would give it a shot. Even for me, I've contributed a lot to you, but you just shit on my video and move on. That's why I'm so
That's what
pissed at
DSP
you, Phil.
does.
You don't know how people feel about the clips they're sending. You should be nicer to your fans. Now,
I'm never going to Tokyo. That's way too far to fly.
This is such a loaded statement. Just listen to what the person is saying. It's almost like they feel
probably
like
the Big Island.
I actively crapped on the video they submitted on purpose to make them feel bad or something. Obviously, it's not the case. The funny part about this is this, well, my friend made it. Well, number one, how do I know that? And number two, what does it have to do with anything? Right? I mean...
2 stops, 17 hours,
if your mother made a fart compilation video, I'd still say the fart compilation video wasn't very good. Because I don't want to see a fart compilation video.
But you love farts, so you loved it.
Okay? It's... You see what I'm saying? Like, it doesn't matter who made the video. It's a moot point. All right?
You fly first
now,
or
on the
one flight, you go from Detroit to Orlando, then to Seattle, then to Hawaii.
I'm watching random
Why
clips.
would you go to...
This
what?
clip is not catching on. I'm watching
Here's one with only one stop.
And I'm like, meh, it's boring. I don't really get it. I don't know what the game is, so I don't know what the context of the video
10-hour
is,
layover.
Right?
Fuck.
So how, I mean, again,
you have to get a
the
hotel.
qualifying things you're saying don't make any sense.
But $908.
Well, my friend made it. Well, I didn't know that. That doesn't even matter anyway. Oh, well, it's supposed to be a music video of this game. Well, I don't know that. I don't even know what I'm watching. That's the nature of the clip show, is that I'm getting thrown a bunch of random clips. I don't understand what they are.
To Hawaii from here.
So I can't really give perspective. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is the perspective of, like, if someone walked up to me and said, Phil, so by the way, here's a clip. Now, this clip is a musical video that my friend made. And it's of this certain RPG. That
$1,500.
Really like. They put
Holy
a lot
shit.
of time and effort into it. And I appreciate if you could watch at least 30 seconds to a minute of this video, because he put a lot of time into it. And even if you don't like it, you know, just give it a look. Versus, here's the clip that I want you to watch
July
this week,
23rd to
the
leave.
Playlist. I don't have any of that information whatsoever. So I'm watching this clip out of context with a live audience who, by the way, is saying, wow, this clip is boring. Move on, move on, move on, move on.
At $1,300 is not that
my best
bad.
to juggle what they're saying with my feelings about
I gotta
the
stop
video,
looking at flights, because that's gonna make me want to go.
The qualifying
I can't do shit like that until
because they're not correct.
car's paid off.
I'm not sitting.
Once my car's paid off, I can start traveling again,
where I
doing
understand
shit.
what you're talking about or anything about.
Until
this
then,
video.
I can't be doing
watching
any kind of
cold
flying like
turkey and
that.
not knowing what I'm watching. Now, in addition to all of that, this is the part that gets me. Is the person says, "Oh, I've contributed so much to you, but you just shit on the clip." I
decided to go to Miami instead.
How do I know who you? I don't know who submitted the clips. Again, $244. I put all those clips into a playlist and I just watch them.
Spirit.
All right? I don't know.
It's 3 hours on Spirit.
I mean, sometimes we can kind of figure it out if the same kind of clip is
$244. Hell yeah.
We kind of
what if I wanted to go to
style of clips, we could figure that out.
Bahamas.
I don't know who submitted what clip. I don't know. You know, this is someone who has contributed to me a ton. And by the way, that also would not matter. Just because you've contributed a ton, or maybe this is your first time being a member and submitting a video, that has absolutely no bearing on my feelings of a video I'm watching. Oh, someone's a big contributor, so now I have to watch a video and kiss the video's butt because I know it's from a big contributor? No. I'm never going to do that. That's not me. That's literally the antithesis of what I stand for on the internet. I'm not a
$3,200, holy fuck,
so
why?
I'm not going to sit here
Delta,
and give an overly positive opinion of something just because you're apparently a big contributor, right? You see what I'm saying? Like,
$600
everything
is
this
not bad
person
around
is
trip
saying,
in the South.
it's kind of ridiculous because it's like, there's a lot of like, oh, I deserved better. This should have been treated better. The point is when you submit something for the React show, you don't know how I'm going to react to it. I don't know either. But if you're submitting something that's so meaningful to you and so important,
Yeah, that's the other thing.
that
He
if
was
I were to
paid to watch
about
his
it,
videos.
You're going to be insulted? Then don't submit it. Don't. Because you don't know what I'm going to say.
You were
You have no
paid
clue,
to watch and you
right?
refused to watch.
So why would you then do that and put yourself into that situation? I certainly wouldn't do it, right? So again, you see,
Good
like,
idea,
you're blaming
DSP,
me for a
telling
whole
people
bunch of
not to
stuff
do
that I
it,
have
not
no
to give you
control
money.
over, and it's also not even the premise of the show. You understand? I'm very.
Purpose of the show is they submit videos
Seems
for you
me
to
be
react
someone
to,
who
and then
had
you
a
don't react to
lot of
them.
Very confusing, preconceived notions about what it was supposed to be, and that's not what it is. You know.
Ooh,
And
what you
I
gonna
believe
build?
Previously,
DSP
this person
parody?
said, "Well, actually, for the last several weeks, I've submitted clips. You don't like any of them." Again, what do you want me to do about that? Do you want me to lie? First of all, I don't know what clips are from you, so it's not like I'm actively saying, oh, it's the clip from this person. Their clips always suck. I'll just shit on it this week. I'm not doing that. I'm actually giving my legit reactions to the clips that are submitted.
But you're
And
not
that's the best
watching
I can
them.
do. Be real, be true.
Which is why
not
they're getting
make stuff
mad
up,
because,
not
hey,
sugarcoat, not
I
butter,
paid
not
the
kiss butt.
$20 to become a member.
That's how I've always been in the 15.
Submit this video and then you refuse to watch.
This cat will not stay off my lap today. In the 15 years, right, that I have been a YouTuber, that's who I've been. I'm not going to change who I am as a content creator and a YouTuber. And if you think, oh, being honest is mean, well, then you're in the wrong place. I have always prided myself on being transparent with my opinions on games, my opinions now on these videos I'm reacting to, right? I'm not going to change overnight and be Mr. Kiss Butt, Mr. Rainbows and Unicorns and Sprinkles and Glitter and everything's good. I'm never going to be that person, you understand? So if that's what you became a member for, you're definitely in the wrong place. I'm sorry, but you get, again, when you say things like, oh, I'm a big supporter, how the hell does that have anything to do with anything? I'm a big supporter, so I should kiss the butt of the clips you submit? That's ridiculous.
Well, how about you
Alright?
actually watch the
thing
videos
is,
instead of skipping
I'm
them,
trying to be
jackass?
respectful here. Because I could have literally ignored your concerns. Or I could have said, fuck off, I don't care, right? But I'm not going to be like that. I'm trying to change. I'm trying to be better. I'm trying to explain my rationale to people so people know where I'm coming from, okay? I hope you know that, all right? That's what I'm going for here. I don't want people to be upset. I don't want people to be thinking that I'm trying to be a jerk to them or whatever. That's not the case at all. In this case, it's funny because this person sounds like they actively think I'm, like, reading out their videos just to crap on them. Let me tell you something. If that were the case, I would just not play the video at all, right? I would just say skip it and not play it. Why am I going to waste my time with it, you know? I don't know.
Ooh, that's a good idea, DSP.
So
Already
it's
have
kind
the
of
students do
ridiculous
it.
that someone would actually
A lot of people don't realize this. You need dental
think
work?
that I'm like, I have to get
Go to
them
dental
almost.
school. We'll do it for
It
cheap.
couldn't be further from the truth, all right? What I'll say is I apologize because
Want a haircut?
the nature of a show like
Went to a
this,
haircut
the internet
school.
is very simple.
Stylist
You
salon,
never know
whatever
what you're going
school
to
you
get.
wanna call it.
And you never know how I'm going to react.
A lot of times they'll do it
That's
for cheap.
kind of the
Oh,
fun
sometimes they do it
nature
for
of it.
free.
It's a variety
Just gotta tip
show
'em.
where
Tip 'em while
anything goes,
assholes.
you know, and you never, you know, you don't know
One
what kind of
place
stuff
you used to go
see
to, they
on
don't
it.
do haircuts anymore.
One day you could see a food
Kinda sad
video,
about
the next
that,
day it's a
but
music video,
they
the
do
next day
the-
it's some kind of a comedy
the
animation,
shampoo, the
a serious
head
documentary,
massage,
something that's
then
a
they cut
scary
your hair,
video.
and style, then
you
the
know,
professional come
there's so
around
much
check
stuff.
it.
There's so much stuff that we've watched on the show in the
Like,
now
right, well,
almost
here's
4
10 bucks.
months that I've been doing it.
It's a tip.
You know, that's
Take
the
it.
point. Is that you don't know what it's going to be, and then when I watch it,
I don't
at
know if
least
regular
should
scissors get
have
through
the
all that
ability
oil.
to be honest about what I'm watching, and not have to worry about repercussions. That I said I didn't like a video, so now someone's offended. What is this nonsense? I can't give you an opinion anymore. I can't literally be honest with my audience, transparent, because it offends you. If you're offended by opinions, you shouldn't be on the internet. Really. If you're offended by opinions, you should just
You're offended
stick
by
in a little
opinions,
safe
so I guess
zone
you need to get off the
with people
internet.
who like the same things you like. And just stay away from opinions on the internet. Because opinions are like assholes. Everyone has them, and they're all really shitty. And they're going to be offensive to a lot of people. But if you set yourself up for that, if you actively became a member and submitted a video, you have to understand it could go badly. It might be something I don't like. All right? I hope people understand that. Again, I'm not going to pussyfoot around anything. All right? 15 years is a long time in my life. It's more than a third of my life. I've been a YouTuber. Not time to change now and become Mr.
You'll never change.
You know, Mr. Softy. Be careful that I don't offend someone with the things that I say when I'm criticizing a video, right? Okay. So anyway, I hope this now puts this issue to bed. If this person is so offended and don't understand where I'm coming from that they never want to support again, then I guess so be it.
Good.
That's
Lose
fine.
the money.
Can't change an opinion, can't change someone's mindset. I think they went into it with the wrong mentality, quite frankly, and it's a shame. Okay, let's continue. So, Indead has become a member for 2 years, earning the Rose Gold Crown. Thank you, Indead. And he says, 2 years. What's going on, Indead? Good to see you here today, and thanks for 2 years.
What a waste of time.
I received a $4.20 tip, it looks like. Yes. So, no name on this one. I think it's anonymous. Let's play the nice animation. An anonymous 420 tip. They did leave a message. Hold on, we get them on the leaderboard first. Okay. All right. So happy Memorial Day to all. I'm ready for a chill stream of gaming. Me
Again,
too.
stop saying
I wish I could
happy
stream for a living.
D-Day
Work
and
gets tough.
Merry
Cheers, Phil.
Pearl
Hey, I hear
Harbor
ya.
Day. What the fuck is
Listen,
wrong with you?
The thing is, I've been there. It's not like this is something that I was intending on doing with my life. It's not like I planned this. And certainly
so
it's not like I
planned
haven't
this,
been where you've been.
jackass.
I worked a bunch of crap jobs for a long time. I worked an office job where I thought that they would cherish the work that I did there. And in reality, they didn't value any of it. And laid me out
Because
my
you would
ass
show
off
up
after
drunk
4.5
if you
years
showed
of
up at
what's going
all?
on.
When you
I've
weren't
been there.
late?
I've been through the grind of it. Retail, fast food, corporate America as well. All of it. I've seen it all. And I hear you and I empathize with you because if you're going through a
He has said
time
happy
of a job, you don't
9/11
like
and
your
all
job,
that.
You're just going through 9 to 5 to make money. I've been there. All right. And
I've been there, guys, but I
sorry,
got out of
a
that.
lot
Now I
people
rely on
sadly have
you to give me
work
all your
today,
money.
which is bullshit because some people get it off and some people don't. If it's a national holiday, either everyone should get it off or nobody. Now, some people, which is really stupid in my opinion. But it is what it is, I guess. And
DSP, you're on the way to...
I
well, not you,
apologize
but someone's on
to
the
those
way
who
to
have
go to
to,
cookout. They need gas. They gotta stop
who
at a
have to
gas
work.
station.
Sorry about that.
Oh, what's
all right?
driving by
And,
them? Oh, a pickup truck loaded
There
with
you go.
charcoal
Moving
to
on.
drop off at a distribution center.
I received $8.
He's at the distribution center. Oh, that truck driver needs to fill up. He's on the turnpike. Diesel was $4.29.
Oh.
Because the distribution
Is it?
center,
Okay.
hey, it's
so
$4.09.
ridiculous
It's
that
20
I'm
cents
gonna ignore
cheaper.
it.
He's
Really,
glad
I
he
know
waited
exactly
till he got
what
to the
this is, I'm
distribution
just
center,
ignoring it. It's baloney.
dropped off the charcoal,
Okay.
then filled up for
Alrighty.
$4.09 a gallon. But guess what? People need to be at the distribution center. There needs to be a truck driver. There needs to be someone working the fuel station at the distribution center. And of course,
Alright.
you go to buy
Guys.
charcoal. Oh, hey, we need more charcoal. You go to the
Shall we
grocery store.
now
You need
Open it
people
up.
working at
Yeah, it's about
the grocery
12:15.
store.
We got about 15, 20
Jackass.
minutes left on the show. I'd like to take the opportunity to open the show up.
Oh,
to,
you know he'd
Q&A.
definitely show up like
See what you
this
guys would like to chat
gamer
about today.
t-shirt,
Anything
drunk
that you
as
want
shit.
to talk about, please send it my way.
Yeah, I really need to stop looking at
What is my
flights.
favorite Crash game? Ooh, probably Crash Bandicoot 2. I feel like Crash Bandicoot 2 is the perfect mix of challenge, fun, and optional content. Like Crash Bandicoot 1 was just a tough-ass game to get through. Crash Bandicoot 2 is easier to just get through, but if you want to challenge yourself to get all the optional content, it's quite challenging. So it's like, it's just fun if you just want to go through it, but it's very challenging if you want to kind of do the completionist stuff, but it's your choice if you want to or not. That's what I liked about it. So I would say Crash Bandicoot 2 was my favorite. Shout out to Dan the Man. Dan just dropped a 5-member bomb on the chat. So congratulations to Kanye, Queen of Hearts, Whispering Eye, Boros Legionnaire, and Jean-Marie Cousteau, number 17. We each just got a gifted membership. Be sure to thank Dan the Man for the help of the community there. Thank you, Dan. That is very nice of you. Unless we lost memberships, but I don't think we did so far today. We should be up to 705, so thank you so much, Dan. I appreciate that. What's my favorite kind of sock? Oh, my God. This is the Dan Man. Not Dan the Man, but the Dan Man. What's my favorite kind of sock? I don't like the ones that are real short, but I don't like the ones that are up to your calf. So what's the one that's in the middle? I like the middle-length sock. That's the sock I like the most. But I don't know what it's called. I'm not a sock
Answering the
aficionado.
important questions instead of, playing
The
the
ankle ones are too
game.
short, and they tend to fall off your foot when you're walking in a shoe. And the ones that go to your calf are just ridiculous. Why do you need a sock all the way up to your calf? Right?
You don't have any cast, so they just keep rolling down. That's why you hate them.
Boros Legionnaire.
That's
asked
why he
whether
hates
you
them,
were willing to
'cause
play Dark
they
Souls interactively
don't
with my
work.
audience. how on earth would I play Dark Souls interactively with my audience unless I was constantly summoning? How would I even do that? And why would I want to do that? Wouldn't that make the game just piss easy to always have someone with you? Like, I did that once. It was after I had played the original Dark Souls run in 2011, and I quit the game in, what was it, Undead Burg or whatever? No, not Undead Burg. What's the part of the game where the frame rate dips and all the blow dart assholes are there? I can't remember what it's called. But I quit the game there because I didn't know where to go, and I was just frustrated as shit.
Oh, okay? I know that place. Fucking swamp area
my
sucks.
second run essentially was not a real run. My second run was a guided tour where I didn't know how to play the game or where to go, but people wanted me to see the whole game to understand what I was missing when I quit the game in 2011. So I want to say this was like 2012, 2013. It was definitely when I was a live streamer, so it was probably 2013. At that point, people said, just keep summoning. So I would summon, and these overpowered people would show up, and basically just
your
hold my
fans
hand
would
through the
show
whole
up,
game, kill everything, fight the bosses. But I was able to see the entirety of the game with their help. You see, so that was neat because a guided tour of Dark Souls. It really wasn't a run; it was more of a tour run, and I actually enjoyed seeing all the world design and everything. Even though the game ran like shit on PlayStation, it was fun to do, and that would I say would be I guess what you're describing. I don't know
like,
why.
well, where's he
why
working
would
on
I want
a holiday,
to constantly
dude?
Be playing multiplayer in a Dark Souls game. Isn't it's more challenging and fun to actually just play single player, right? So,
yeah, but you don't do it right, so
okay. Do I dye my hair? Absolutely not.
Yes, you do.
As you can see,
You dye it jet fucking black.
I have tons of white and gray hair. It's just
in your
that,
beard.
we have to essentially. You have to essentially get up close. So, for example, that's too close. Look at my beard. It's all white
They're
hair.
not talking about your beard. They're talking about your hair,
this whole
king of
face
semantics,
here,
asshole.
and my mustache, tons of white hair.
Cars
My
fix
head, not
cost
so
them
much. I got a
$600.
few, but very few. Like, not
Car
a lot.
repair
It's
stuff
mostly
costs them
dark hair. Yeah,
$600.
it's mostly darker hair in my head. And it hasn't really changed over to being white. I have a few like here and here. I think if my hair does start to turn all gray or white, you're going to see it here on the edges first. Right there. Almost like the Reed Richards look, right? It's probably what you're going to see first. But then, whoop, the whole thing's going to go after. But no, like, I guess I'm just lucky in that regard. Whoops, clicked the wrong thing. I guess I'm lucky in that regard that I haven't really had, that issue, right? I haven't really had that issue at all with, my hair turning gray, at least at now. But I get the feeling it will hit since all my facial hair is, like, white. Do I struggle with nose and ear hair? Do I struggle with it? No, I don't struggle with it. Do I have it? Yeah, I do. I got nose hair that bothers me. I have a nose hair trimmer that I use when it gets too long or I start, it starts being intrusive or I start sneezing on it. Ear hair, I have some, but it's not intrusive. And every once in a while, if I need to trim it, I do. It's not a huge deal. I'm sure as I get older, it'll get worse, but who cares? It's not a big deal.
You'd
Plans
so
to get
dye
into
your
Metal
hair
Gear Solid
black.
Master Collection? Probably yes. Mostly because I want to play Metal Gear Solid 1.
And good so
on
far,
modern
Phantom.
console.
Lots of crying
People
and
have asked me to
I don't get it.
replay
Why are
Metal Gear
people working on
Solid
Memorial
for
Day?
years. I'm
Should
like,
be
I
at
can't.
home watching
It's not on
me,
it.
giving me money.
My PS3 doesn't work anymore. I can't play it on anything else. So that's basically how I would get to play it. Billy Jason, I know you're a busy guy. If time wasn't an issue, where would you want to go and visit? It's time and money, you know. My wife always wanted to go to Japan, so I'd like to go to Japan for tourism. I always wanted to visit, like, Canada. I always forget where it is. Vancouver. I want to go up to Vancouver. I heard it's a really nice touristy place with good food. Europe.
Let's see,
Would love to go
Seattle
to Europe someday and do like a tour of Europe, all the major countries, starting with like the UK and then heading eastward, I guess. But also, you know, I just want to at some point have a nice, like, kind of West
Let's
Coast
see, September 8th
vacation
to
with my
September
wife. We never had
15th,
a
2
honeymoon.
passengers.
So it would be nice to, like, you know, go to Hollywood and check out the sites there. Maybe go to Universal Studios, maybe Disneyland together, stuff like that. You know.
You'll never go because that costs money.
Nothing too crazy. Pretty standard vacation, but just to have that with her, because I never had that at all with her.
Now we'll do Maine just because it's cheapest.
No, I'm not doing a Gollum stream for the Laos. I'm not wasting money and time. That's ridiculous. RC.
And then a flight back after a
See here?
week.
I received a $1 tip. Someone said, this summer or after Elden Ring, would you do another Fallout 4 full playthrough, please? The way it's been going is every year we seem to play one Bethesda game, and it always seems to be early on. usually what ends up happening is you guys ask me during like a Christmas marathon to play a variety of games, and typically it's Bethesda games. Last year, it just so happened
$2,600 for two
Fallout
people.
3 and Oblivion.
Ouch.
I played each for about 90 minutes, and people then afterwards said, no, we'd prefer Oblivion. Do an Oblivion playthrough. So I did. I would think next year we're probably going to go back to Fallout, because 2 years now it's been Elder Scrolls, it's been Skyrim, then Oblivion.
$2,600 fly from
likely
Seattle
it's
to
either gonna be
Tokyo.
Fallout 3 and all its DLC.
For two people, $2,600.
Its DLC.
You'll never do it.
So eventually I feel like we are going to go back and play Fallout 4 again. I think that would be fun because I only played it the once, so it'd be good to re-experience the game.
I'll say, Japan seems like a great place to go. I don't know if I could live there, though.
Let's see here.
Very rigid in their way of life, I guess you'd call it.
I got a dollar tip from the Dan Man, and he asked, what type of ground beef do you recommend that I'll get today for hamburgers and the barbecue later? Man, for hamburgers, it all depends. It really does depend. First of all, you don't have to get hamburger meat, because hamburger meat is beef, right? You could get other things. You could get bison meat. You ever had bison meat? Dude, bison meat is incredibly lean, but it's very tasty. It's really good. The only catch is, because it's lean, it tends to dry out, so you have to cook it a little bit more fast and not let it get too dry in the inside. But bison burgers are really, really delicious. As for regular beef, you know, for me, a typical burger that's good, I always use the higher fat content because you cook it slower and then it gets more juicy. So like an 80-20 mix, so 80% lean, 20% fat. I would use that for meatballs or hamburgers. Some people are like, oh no, we need the extra lean. You could go for that if you want.
He did get a new tire and wheel for his car. It cost him $600.66.
It gets drier quicker.
The bill got uploaded to Reddit.
But it all depends. Some people go for Angus.
In fact, I think I'm actually saved already.
Angus beef does taste a little better than regular beef, but the thing is,
parts
with a burger,
$5.23, labor $20.96.
If you're cooking a burger on a grill, it's about the char
mind
flavor.
You,
it's about everything else you're putting on it. It's really not
the
about
wheel
the
costs
meat
$220, a tire maybe $100.
Do you really want to spend extra money for your Angus burger that's going to taste
$350
exactly the same as a non-Angus burger?
How the fuck did they get him for $5.23? What did he get that cost $5.23? Instead of getting regular tire.
Some people say that chuck is better. Some people say brisket is better. I mean, brisket's expensive, right?
Because brisket's delicious.
It all depends. It all depends on what you can do, what you can afford. They're all good, though, right? Okay. Okay. Continuing on. Let's see here. I got a dollar tip from someone saying, I also would love to see some Fallout 4. Cool. Well, I'm glad to hear that.
Why would you want to see Fallout again?
Where did Jasper went? He's disappeared. He's not on the floor.
Bluetooth valve stem, maybe.
He's in the closet. He disappeared. Yeah, I only played Fallout 4 once. So playing it a second time would probably be kind of fun. I probably wouldn't remember a lot of it either, quite frankly.
Wait, you're too drunk?
Fallout 3, I've played multiple times. I'll probably remember it better, right?
You were so drunk when you played Fallout 4?
Hold on.
You don't remember any of it? Good to know.
Jasper Cat, you're not in the closet, are you? No, he's not. Hold on one second. I just want to obviously make sure he's all right, because he kind of disappeared. Hold on.
The fuck, DSP? He's a cat. He's in your house. What could have happened?
Oh, there you are, buddy. You all right? You all right, buddy? Okay, he's good. He's fine.
What could have happened? He's in your house.
He's fine. He was running around the house. He came right up to me and meowed very loudly, which is very nice.
Squirrels get in your house and beat him up? What the fuck were you afraid of there, DSP?
He came right back to join us.
We need to hear a noise outside.
You're the best cat ever. You're such a nut. I love this cat. He's my buddy. All right, let's continue. Another tip. Hold on. He's slipping all over my lap. Okay, let's see here. Another dollar tip. Someone else says, yes, me too, for yet another Fallout 4 playthrough. Wow, that's 3 different people who chimed in for Fallout 4. I actually didn't know there was that much. Jasper, would you stop trying to sit on my lap today? He wants to sit on my lap constantly. You can't sit on my lap, but I'm streaming, Jasper. And we were downstairs sitting on the couch. Okay. We're in bed. You want to lay next to me? Okay. Not when I'm streaming, buddy. He's such a nut.
Why were you so worried about what he was doing if you don't want him in your room? The fuck?
Okay. This guy's name is Schizo Lifter. What a name. He says, do you have any fallen military in your family? Luckily, no. Many of my family members served. My great uncle was in the Navy for a lot of his life, actually. But luckily, no one passed away in the line of
grandfather,
service in
my
family.
mom's
My dad
side was
a Marine for a
member
little
of the
bit, okay?
Forgotten Bastards of Iceland. He got drafted during Korea, but had ear issues, so they sent him to Iceland.
Okay.
A bunch of other people had ear issues, apparently. So he was in the military, but he was a member of the Forgotten Bastards of Iceland.
Let's see here.
So, like, he had a little certificate, though. FBI,
I
Forgotten
got another
Bastards of
dollar tip.
Iceland.
This person says, I've been watching your Fallout 4 playthrough. Hands down, it's one of your best and funniest playthroughs of all time. There you go. Thank you. That was an interesting playthrough for sure, because I was super hyped for Fallout at the time. Keep in mind, this was definitely before the fall of Bethesda, because after that, Bethesda started making games like Fallout 76 and stuff. It's like, oh god, what's going on? A lot of people had a lot of hopes for Fallout 4. I do feel that Fallout 4 was a great game. At the same time, I kind of agree in retrospect, it's not as good as the previous Fallout games. Like, I think Fallout 3 and Fallout New Vegas
Fallout
are better
3 was
than
way
Fallout
better.
4. But I think Fallout 4 had a lot of good modernizations. At the same time, I think it had a lot of missteps, like with the base building and defense and shit. It was like, oh god, what happened here? Because that's the thing, like, I know for a fact if I were to play Fallout 4 again, I would probably enjoy the story and the open world exploration and the combat, and I would probably absolutely hate the bases. The bases are like everyone's worst part, right? We all hate it. We all hate those bases. I did not enjoy that at all. Okay, I got another dollar tip from someone saying, I would love another Fallout 4 playthrough. What is going on? See, I wonder if these are all different people or the same person over and over. I have no clue. It's funny, all these anonymous tips
You
coming in.
see their names and their emails in the email, jackass. You know exactly who it is.
Again, more than likely what will happen is, you know, at the end of the year, around Christmas time, we'll do a marathon. We'll probably try a couple games as part of the marathon. And then likely after that, there'll be like polling or whatever to determine what should be a nice long-form playthrough for early 2024. You know, I also guarantee you it's going to end up being like Fallout 3 versus Fallout 4 versus maybe like one other game. And we'll see what happens. I'm curious. Would nostalgia win over? Would people want to see me play Fallout 3 again for the first time in like a decade?
For the first time in a decade. So it's not a first time, it's a multiple time.
Or would it be something else? I don't know. I don't know. I'm curious. Oh, hold on. I got to stretch.
World War II.
Ooh, it's a good one.
Ooh, off Normandy,
man.
damn.
Ooh, that was a good stretch. That's oxygenation. If you didn't know, when you stretch like that, it's putting oxygen into your body, into your blood.
No, it's not. What the fuck
and
are
makes
you
feel
talking
good and
about?
refreshed after you do it. That's what it's for. It's very nice.
I stretch like that to put oxygen in my body. What the fuck are you talking about?
All right. So, by the way, this guy's name is Schizo Lifter, like a schizophrenic lifter. I kind of don't want to put that into the chat, so I'm just gonna say S Lifter. Not the chat, the leaderboard. Thank you for the super chat, but I'm not gonna put your full name up there. I'm not so sure you should be advertising if you're schizophrenic. Just saying.
What about you, DSP? Always advertising your depression,
I should
dude.
recline in my chair to relax. I could, but I can't really recline, but I can put my legs up. My legs do go up. But the thing is, Jasper might run under the chair then. Under where the legs are. I don't know if I want to do that. No, I've never done a 16-hour fast, the Dan Man. At least not actively to my knowledge on purpose. There may have been a time or two in my life where I didn't eat for a long time. Maybe even
because you got too drunk?
Long, but I couldn't tell you when it was or what the intention was. I don't know.
You got too drunk and you didn't remember what you were doing, so you forgot to eat. Good to know, DSP. You get too drunk to remember to eat. Because of course he would. But he's not an alcoholic, guys. He beat that.
Okay.
I'll tip him $100 to drink more booze.
So, last chance if anyone would like to talk and hang out here. Any other conversation?
Before
any
take
last
a break?
contributions or whatever you want to shout out for. Now's the
break.
chance before we adjourn the podcast and jump back into Zelda. John Smith says System Shock remake ? I would love to play the System Shock remake, but it's PC only, right? If it ports to consoles, I would play it. I never played System Shock. I've heard tons of good things about it, as if like it's basically the predecessor to, say, BioShock, right? I mean, even the name, BioShock, System Shock, you see? So that's cool. I would love to play it, but they got to actually make it for, you know, they need to make it as a console deal, right?
They need to do nothing. You
So
need
let's
to
see.
stop being a little bitch.
I got another super chat here. This one's from Thorax, who says, you should play Kingdom Hearts 1 again. Recently, I replayed it. One of the best soundtracks in gaming history. You know, I remember playing Kingdom Hearts 1 and actually being blown away by what it was, because I didn't actually know that that's what it was. Like, that, I didn't know that's what the game actually was. I thought that it was a different kind of game. I didn't realize it was like an action-based RPG like it is. It's funny because when I played Kingdom Hearts, I was like, wow, I can actually see a lot of modern RPGs kind of playing an action-based RPG just like this. Maybe this game is one of the ones that actually set that formula off. At the same time, I do feel Kingdom Hearts 1 had a lot of way more outdated things, right? For example, I do feel the combat engine was very limited. I do feel a lot of the things were very annoying and very kind of over-the-top challenging, way too hard. The ending, oh my god, the end of the game is an insane grind. An insane enemy gauntlet grind. It doesn't need to be like that. It almost kind of spoils the ending of otherwise pretty...
I actually have to
pleasant
try
game,
and do stuff,
'cause they
guys.
made
It's so
such a
hard.
ridiculous end game gauntlet.
Friend has a setup for his
So
own
I'm happy
ammo.
I played it. Will I ever go back and play it again one day? Maybe I would. We'll see. I mean, they certainly made enough collections that I'd be
It's
able
like,
to play
gee,
it
why is your
on
right arm
modern
so much bigger
console,
than your
I'm
left
sure.
arm?
This is the
It's like,
thing
haha,
about it.
no, it's not like it's this ka-chunk, ka-chunk,
Okay,
chunk on the
continuing
ammo
on.
machine.
I got another dollar tip. Someone asks, when is Elden Ring coming back? Well, what we need to do is actually talk about what Elden Ring was supposed to be. This was supposed
to
my
be
second
you
run
guys
of the
give me
game,
money.
and it was either going to be New Game Plus or Standard New Game, and I was going to do a Magic build. Okay, it's exactly what it was. You guys said just go New Game, don't go New Game Plus because New Game Plus is too easy. So, the challenge run, or not the challenge run, the second run has been fun, but admittedly, the Magic build is quite overpowered. Once you get the right spells and the right things, man, the Magic is crazy powerful. How am I fighting the Lich Dragon, and on the second or third attempt, just demolishing it with the freaking Kamehameha beam, or whatever it's called in this. I don't remember exactly what it's even called.
Kamehameha.
Light
That's all you
something,
need to
I don't
call
know
it.
what it is. But it's pretty broken, all right? It's fun, though. I'm enjoying the run. And I'm having a great time with it, going back, doing all the more extra challenging content. But it went on hiatus this month as I jumped into other new releases. Why?
Well, hopefully that was a while ago.
The channel focuses on new releases first. You understand? So when new games are coming out, those are always going to take priority over me doing like a throwback.
$100 you
second
don't say I
run,
did nothing wrong
because we're doing
today.
time filler stuff. Right now, I don't need any time filler content whatsoever. I don't need any of that.
Then why are you filling up
alright?
time right now, crying and bitching? Just play the
so-
fucking game. What game isn't even supposed to be playing today?
It'll come back eventually. It will. The
Legend
real
of
reason
Zelda.
I
Alright,
did the
he's
second run
playing
of Elden Ring
Zelda
was
today.
because I needed to prepare for the impending DLC. Now, we don't know when the DLC is coming out because it has no release date. But the point was that I needed to go back and play through the game to a point where I hoped that if the DLC started, you know, we get to a point where I could just start it whenever, right? And the thing is, the game, you could respec at any time. So if I start the DLC and I think, oh, the magic runs too
I
hard,
hate this idiot. Come on, man. Do you want to play the fucking game?
I like that about the game. So that's it. Like we've mission is
Do you
accomplished.
wanna
You know what
play
I'm
the
saying?
fucking
Like,
game?
We beat it to the point where, or
Absolutely,
we
no,
got
he does
progress to the
not.
point where I know I could start the DLC, so we're good in that regard. But I know some people want me to go back to it, and I will when times calm down and we're not balancing a bunch of new releases. It's supposed to be a filler playthrough to fill in the time around non-new releases. You know, if there's nothing going on, summertime slower, then Elden Ring will come back. I actually want to play Elden Ring. I've really enjoyed this run to the point where I want to continue with the magic and see how it does against other impending bosses. Okay, but we're too busy right now trying to just get through what we're getting through. We got multiple new games coming on the horizon. Okay, let's see here. It seems like I got another dollar tip asking the same thing. I don't even know, at this point, I don't even know if I should count that dollar or not, because I just got two in a row that each said, when is Elden Ring returning? It's weird that I'm getting two like that. I wonder if this person intended to do two $1 tips or something. I don't know. I'll count it, but
You bet,
I mean, it's
dude.
only a
They
buck, it's
tipped
not
you.
huge,
Count
right?
it.
Anyway, RP71284.
Your grandma was a
did super
badass.
chat and
Nice.
says $100 if you don't say I did nothing wrong today with a question mark. Well, it's too late because by reading your super chat, I already said it. So you kind
you
of
failed
negated my
already. Good
ability
to know.
not say it because I had to say it to read your super chat. You understand? Okay. I didn't say Elden Ring was bad, John F. Kennedy. I don't know where you're getting that. I never said Elden Ring is a bad game. You're out of your mind. I never outright said, oh, this game is just terrible and no one should play it. I never said that. Okay. Are we good? Are we good to wrap up? Last chance, guys. And last questions or anything before we wrap up here? I mean, Elden Ring was technically in a run for Game of the Year last year. How could I have said it was a bad game? When it was
Why is your
tied
leg
essentially
bouncing,
for Game of the Year, and
DSP?
I
What are you nervous about?
got to a Ragnarok to win, but
It's so hard to not notice that bounce,
Guts,
bounce,
how you
bounce,
doing?
bounce
Just
from his
having
leg.
Memorial Day. Haven't been watching your
I think
show
his
for
left
maybe, but I
arm
watched your stream
jiggle.
today. Sounds good. Good to have you. Oh yeah, Gollum is flying off the shelves. That's correct. Flying off the shelves right into the trash cans. Would I want a new Spyro game? Why not? Sure. Let's get a new Spyro out there.
I might play Golem if it was like $10 on Steam.
Thoughts on sugar-free versus regular soda? Sugar-free soda can be all right. Personally, I don't like Diet Coke or Pepsi. I do think they taste gross.
So you want
But for
$50
example,
for that
this
shit?
is
Are you high?
seltzer water, and this is flavored with
Is you high?
what do you call it? Aspartame.
No one's paying $50 for
fine.
that shit.
I actually think it's quite delicious. It has a little bit of sweetness to it. It's got a flavoring.
Oh, pause.
It's good.
I don't need to hear
It doesn't
that.
have sugar. It doesn't rot my teeth. So I can understand some people who drink.
Why are your
this
teeth so
stuff
rotten? Oh,
without
because you don't go to
sugar.
the dentist. Good to
As long
know.
as it's a good
Mostly
replacement.
negative reviews.
But I don't know about cola with that. Like I said, Diet Coke, Pepsi, I actually don't like either. I think they taste weird. No Gollum for me. The game is awful.
This is the modern day ET for Atari.
Eric says, what's up? What's going on, Eric? Good to see you today. No, we're not shaving Jasper for the summer. That's absolutely ridiculous. We never shave Jasper Kitty. Okay.
Oh, a review. If this game sells for $10, I'd recommend buying it. Exactly. I ain't buying that shit unless it's like $10.
Jinx, what's going on? Good to see you. Happy Memorial Day, Jinx. I don't know if you celebrate Memorial Day, but good to see you here on the stream. Hope you're having a good one. Umi did a super chat says, do you think Call of Duty will run
Call
out
of Duty
of
needs to
ideas?
go to, like,
Recent
Civil
games have
War
been
or
so
something.
similar. I think they ran out of ideas a long time ago, quite frankly.
Can you imagine you
Considering
have
they're
Civil
redoing
War Call of Duty
the entire
game
Modern Warfare
and
series.
Civil War
I don't know how you could argue
zombies?
they haven't run out of ideas. They're just reusing the same ideas in a cyclical pattern now, right? I guess the question is, will people get tired of it? Because it seems like they never do. Because it really seems like Call of Duty is the premier competitive online first-person shooter, right?
What's with the
There
wide
are tons
pose?
of them, but
Why are you
really,
doing a
Call of
wide
Duty is the
pose,
one
DSP?
annual release. Everyone buys it. Everyone talks about it. Everyone plays it, without exception. While other ones falter, like Battlefield, right? Halo. They try. They step up to the plate. They have a moment in the sun, and then they fade away right away. Call of Duty persists. And I don't know. I mean, would I love to see something new of the franchise? Sure, I would. Some of the times they tried it, though, they failed. Double jumping, wall running. That stuff's terrible. Some of the
I
worst
want
first-person
Civil
gameplay I've
War
ever seen from Call of Duty with some of those iterations where they just made the game a laughable joke with that stuff. So
Takes a week to get a balloon
yeah,
drop.
I don't know,
Yes.
man. I don't know. We'll see what happens with the franchise, but they're certainly not doing anything to innovate recently. That's for sure. Okay. All right, guys. I think it's time to adjourn the show. I thank you very much for a nice, chill show today.
While your left
Happy
leg
Memorial
keeps
Day one
bouncing,
final
bouncing,
time for
bouncing,
those who are
bouncing,
celebrating
bouncing.
it here in the States.
Making your moves bounce.
Happy you're all here to hang out with me today, and thanks for watching. Even those on demand, thanks a lot. Now, Street Fighter 6 is right around the corner. I hope you guys are gearing up for fighting game fun starting this Friday and throughout the whole week and a couple of weeks here that it comes out. You're going to see a lot of competitive fighting game stuff on my channel, as well as possibly the single-player mode as well, if it's any good. I hope that you guys are ready
God,
for the
those faces are
festivities
so
and fun
ugly.
coming up later on this week. I thank you all for your support. And thanks for watching the show. See you next time.
Call of Duty 1776. They get to meet
Okay.
George Washington
Cool.
and Ben
Let's
Franklin
get
and
set
all
up.
that.
I think another tip actually just came in as I was adjourning the show. Let's get set up here.
Ooh, Lord Prince Alba's about to get a ban.
Let's see.
No, don't bring up
No.
OnlyFans in my chat. You might distract Derek.
Lord Prince Albert did a super chat. He said, "This is not monetary, financial, or moral support, but a public service announcement. Anyone know of a good OnlyFans content creator that you can recognize or recommend for me to sub to? A good OnlyFans, huh? Well, you go for it. You be you, Lord Prince Albert. Thanks for the super chat. And I think a tip came in as well. I received a $20 tip.
Just in time to save the stream.
It's from Jinx. Jinx says, "Hope everyone today is having a chill and safe Memorial
Oh,
Day. Looking
Ryan's
forward to the
back.
gameplay today."
Hi,
I'm
Ryan.
glad to hear that. Me too. Today's going to be open world exploration as we head hopefully towards this story. Thank you, Jinx, for the tip. It's good to have you here today. And I do, once again, hope everyone's going to have a great Memorial Day. Whether you stick with me or not today, it's all good. I know a lot of people
Oh,
are
I'm
with
not sticking
family and
around.
friends and
I got
celebrating the
roast
holiday.
to think
And
about
again, I
at
also
6
know I have a
o'clock.
large international viewer base that
I'll get a couple things
lives in the
done,
States,
take a
so
shower,
for you guys,
head
it's probably
over.
Just a normal day, right? Thank you, Jinx. All right, so guys, here's the deal. I have to
Say,
use
it
the
must have been a
restroom.
big supporter for him to answer that
Patch?
not banned.
Cheetah Man says patch. What patch? What are you talking about? I already did the patch. There's no patch. Incorrect. See? It would have said there was a patch right there. But anyway, all right. We're going to take a break, all right, guys? And I do have to use the restroom today, so it's going to be a few minutes. So I am going to run some advertisements, okay? I hope you understand. It'll be 5
Shut
to
the
10
fuck
minutes
up.
tops, but it probably won't be that long of a break. I just nature calls, and then I'll be back, and we'll start with Zelda exploration, all right?
You do
Thank
what
guys.
literally
Great-
everyone else
great
does.
stream,
Go
great
before the
podcast,
stream starts.
And I'll be back shortly with
Jackass.
Zelda. See you then.
Go before the stream starts, like literally every single other person on the planet.
The rain is
Fuck this
very
noise.
heavy.
Heavy is the rain, yes the rain has lots of mass and weight. And volume. I don't know what it is about this song that I like.
Very heavy.
Majority of his songs are trash, and this is not even a good song, I just...
Rain has lots of mass and weight.
Volume.
The rain is very heavy. Heavy is the rain. Just the rain has lots of mass and weight.
Maybe it's the beat.
The rain is very heavy. Heavy is the rain. Just the rain has lots of mass and weight. And volume.
Volume. Of course it's not like other streamers, dude.
Very heavy. Heavy is the rain. Just the rain has lots of
No,
mass
there's...
and weight.
Well... Jordy starting to
Rain
beg.
is very heavy. Heavy is the rain. Just the rain has lots of mass and weight. The rain is very heavy. Heavy is the rain. Just the rain has lots of mass and weight. The rain is very heavy. Heavy is the rain. Just the rain has lots of mass and weight. And volume. The rain is very heavy, very heavy. It's the rain, just the rain has lots of mass and lots of mass and
You know what? It might be time for a commercial break. 1 second.
The rain is very heavy.
Oh god, that's terrible right there. Media source. Oh, it's already set and ready to go.
With that aroma
Shit.
can do brighter day for me and you. The
That
best
part wasn't right.
part of waking up is in your cup.
Love it. Of all the stupid shit I've made for YouTube, that's one of my favorites. So, like, the first part of the song is okay because you got a nice gentle beat going and then he fucks it up. Mass and weight. And volume. messing with volume. Extra in your headphones. Yeah, that is not headphone friendly, is it? We'll see how long it takes for him to get done playing WWE Champions. Now he's got $33 in tips to use. Guys, you can do 2 polls at $16.51. Ooh, your credit score went up. I know, it's been over 800. What the fuck do I care? Ring is very heavy, heavy is the rain. Why the fuck is that song stuck in my head now? Oh wait, because he just played it. Oh, oh, this song sucks too. Ooh. I say, GTG streams when he can. Unlike some people, DSP, he is a very busy adult. So the times that he can stream is always good. Didn't do shit. You're a fucking moron for buying this shit. Yeah, we know, DSP. Oh, let's see. What do I got to play? Oh, I got music runners, don't I? Where's my music that I made? Not very good, I know that, but I'm easily amused. Where is it? Might be under render. Oh wait, no, I want to play that instead. Rendered. Mainstream journalists won't show you this. We don't need to see that, DSP. Terrible. Let's see, where's my... Let's see. I think this is it.
I'm just cruising around YouTube, trying to find something to watch. I see a man streaming a new game, so I click on it. First thing I hear is, well, eat, snort, beg, repeat. Eat, snort, beg, repeat. Snort, beg, repeat. Eat, snort, beg, repeat. Eat, snort, beg, repeat. Eat, snort, beg, repeat. Eat, snort, beg, repeat.
Easily amused. Took me way too long to make that. Ooh, maybe I'll do the "you died" meme. Let's see, which one? This one. Got his beer. I made this. I'm easily amused. Oh, that is too easily amusing. That was the last one. Sad face. Amazing what you can do when you're bored. And you actually like editing. You actually like making videos. You actually like laughing. Not just crying on stream, begging. Guys, any other stupid shit I want to show? Oh. Yes, actually.
Oh, this? I love this. I fully support whatever this is.
Shoe on head makes an appearance. Now he went on break. I'm gonna wait to see how long for him to come back, and then I got a couple things to do, and then head to our friends for some roast. Can't wait. He went from electric smoker, now he's got a wood smoker, and it's a lot bigger, and he does a lot more in it. Although he's already complaining he wants a bigger one. Like, what more could you fucking do? See you, NGE. Hopefully have a good day. And don't forget the cherry chats. Or chat cherries, however you want to put it. Oh, what is this one? I haven't seen this one in a while. That is fucked up. That is so messed up. I don't need a smoker because my friend has a smoker. Spent way too much money on it, but so worth it. It makes such good food. Oh, that sounds so good, Lightning. I'm getting so fucking hungry now. Come on, DSP. Hurry back already. I want to laugh at you one last time, and then get ready to go to my friend's house. And don't forget, guys, I finished 4th in the tournament. I like this because like I put on a bunch of different shirts, stuck my gut out as far as possible, tried to like wobble like he does. I just try to make myself look as fat and slobby as possible. Like, oh no, the shirt's not on right. Fuck do I care? More shirts. Make yourself bigger looking. And fuck up your hair. Make fun of the arm thing. I'm surprised they asked, oh, do shut up, Steve. He says no one submitted any green screen edits yet. Like, ah. Derek likes to go to a website called Cherry Pimps or Pimp Cherry, something like that. I found out about it, so now they make fun of Derek by posting cherries, which of course, obviously, DSP couldn't handle that. So DSP banned all cherry memes. Don't make fun of Derek! He stole his mommy's credit card and gave me a bunch of money. His parents say if I don't babysit their kid for him, they're gonna take me to court. God, that'd be hilarious. He actually gets taken to court over that. It won't happen, unfortunately, but he should. That'd be hilarious. I did nothing wrong, guys. He stole his mom's credit card and gave me a bunch of money. How was I supposed to know he stole his mommy's credit card? I need you, yes you, to step up and give me even more money. But don't steal it from your mommy. Yes, MILFs Take Miami Part 3. Do I need to watch parts 1 and 2, or am I going to be able to understand the story in 3? Terrible. Ah, fucking Derek. Hopefully he keeps his shit online and doesn't, you know, take it into the real world. If somebody needed, you know, cops called on, it's gonna be him. Brandon's morbidly obese wife works at Sears, contributed $2 through Super Chat. Oh, there's a ban. Worth it. That one his chat's more entertaining than he is, right? Come on, DSP Elite. Let's see those bubbles. Speaking of bubbles, that should be under my tools folder. Oh, nope, he's back.
He wants to fight. He wants to fight over it for ownership of the chair.
I believe in you, Jasper. Take him out.
Jasper, I want to play Zelda. Jasper, I want to play Zelda. I want to play. Can I play Zelda? Rawr. He wants to be vicious cat. He attacks. He's going to bite and fight. He's going to bite and fight.
Hopefully he fucks you up. That'd be hilarious. How many people are about to get banned once he gets into the chat?
Jasper, come on. I want to play Zelda. How dare you? He won't let me play. Look, he wants to fight instead.
Come on, Jasper, take him out.
All right, Jasper, I'm going to sit down now. See, when I say that, he moves. All right. Oh, very good. Yes, I know. You don't need to call attention to trolling activities. I'll take care of it when I sit down here. Here we go. There we go. Okay.
Cleaning manual bans all the way around.
Tyler, how you doing? Good to see you. Tyler says, I'm back. Wanted to say Happy Memorial Day. Well, thank you, Tyler. Happy Memorial Day to you as well. Good to see you here today. Yeah, Brianna, I know. Whenever there's not moderators actively here, and whenever I'm, I go to do something, these idiots come in and do stupid stuff. I don't mind the emotes. I don't care about a bunch of vegetables and stuff. But you get a troll that'll come in here and do something stupid, right?
Like,
I took
point out
care
that
of
your fat wife got
no big deal
by
there.
You, that she works at
Don't have to
Sears.
freak out or anything, all right? Okay. So an anonymous tipper tipped me $1.50. Said if you head towards one of the eastern story markers today, you should visit Kakariko Village on the way, slightly north of the giant dueling peaks near one of the towers. If you do short side quests there, there's an incredibly useful stealth outfit that you can buy. All right. I don't know. We're just heading northeast from where I am. So whatever we run into,
good job holding his hoof there.
The shrines, I'll do those. Run into a village. I'll check that out. Whatever it may be, that's what we're doing today. Thank you for the tip, by the way. Appreciate that. Okay. Zoom says, how did the chat react to the twist in Star Wars? It was obvious a lot of the chat already knew about it, because a lot of people were like, oh, it's coming, it's coming, it's coming. So they already knew what the twist was. I didn't.
You on May 1st?
I kind of suspected there would be a twist, but exactly what the twist is did surprise me, because I wasn't expecting that. It's like an extreme twist, right? We'll talk about it on the late stream tonight. I don't want to spoil for those who haven't gotten to that point yet, okay?
Everyone who cares about the game has gotten to that point because they played it. Because they don't take forever like you did.
Okay. We ready? Let's jump into Zelda. The Zelda. The Legend of Zelda. Now, Jasper, you be a good boy today. No attacking of wires, okay?
Attack the wires. Attack the wires.
John says, so far I've been playing about
he
a
would
week.
so do that part as you know
I got
it.
the first win dungeon done. I have 8 hearts and 1 extra stamina from shrines. I have 7 hearts. I think I have 7 hearts and 1 extra stamina.
7 hearts? I think I got 7 hearts.
No, actually, I'm about to have... I didn't trade one in yet. I actually didn't trade one in. Right. I have enough to get either another stamina or another heart, but I didn't go and go to a village yet to unlock that. We're headed towards a village. So, we'll see what happens today. So, I guess, Zoom, we're about in the same length into the game. Except I did a little bit of southeastern exploration, so...
Alright, so you actually play the game.
Okay. Hello, everyone, and welcome back.
2 hours and 17 minutes later.
Remember last time around, we did a lot of southeastern
2
exploration,
hours and
correct?
17 minutes later, he's going to
did a lot of
finally play the game.
That region. And then
Congratulations,
we
DSP.
We ended up doing a bunch of these, hillside story mission. We did 3, right? Yeah, we did this one, and this one. We unlocked a bunch of the towers. I think at least 2 new regional towers so we could see a bunch of the map. And now we arrived at the Riverside Stable. And I believe what we were going to do is try to get my horse back. And then we were going to head eastward. If I remember, one of these is another tower. One of them is a shrine. And we're going to see what's in this area as we continue to head northeast towards whatever this story-based mission is. We don't know, okay? But that's probably what we're going to do next in the game.
You probably know because you probably looked up a guide, but that's besides the point.
Outside of that, lots of exploration, you know, good stuff. But I feel like we should start heading more seriously towards the story at this point. So, we had just done this shrine, by the way. We have 5 of the pieces of light, so whenever we find a statue, we can get an upgrade to either more health or more stamina. And I think we can pull the horse out of here that we had here, right? So I think we can ride a horse towards our objectives. That's the tower I want to go to. And I believe there's a shrine right near it.
Alright, well, you're boring as shit, DSP, when you play this game, so I'm gonna let you guys go. Enjoy your day. Hopefully you get to spend it with friends and or family. I just know that... Holy shit, DSP. 4 hours and 17 minutes to get to the gameplay. 4 hours and 17 minutes to get to the gameplay. Guys, everyone does a pre-stream. No one takes 2 hours and 17 minutes. Only you, jackass. Only you. With that, I'm gonna let you go. Thank you for watching. As always, like, subscribe, comment down below, and have one hell of a day. But first, just to remind you,